Ugh. Late? I'm like 3 minutes late, okay? I was grabbing some coffee, I was taking care of some stuff around the house. We're here, though. Worth being late, okay? Worth being late. We are doing some seriously cool stuff today. You're shocked to remember the Halo nuke idea? I'm not sure specifically what you mean, but I do have a nuke that fires out of the longsword and the nuke launcher as well. I absolutely love the nuke. Actually, I would low-key like to rebuild the nuke again. I think the current version is great, but I don't know. I've been working on a lot of the particle effects yesterday for the destruction of the Spire, and I feel like I could. My nuke explosion is already on V4. I'm on version 4, but it's 4.2 because I kept tweaking it. Low-key feel like it would be fun in a little bit to do a version 5. I feel like I've expanded my ability to work on cool effects and particles even further. And I think another nuke would be even better, because the current nuke is based on an effect that I made in 2022. I genuinely... I mean, when you showed me the slipspace nuke that already exists in Halo, oh, true. Yeah, the slipspace explosion is awesome. It's also on Permafrost in Assault. If you do Assault and you assault the Spire, it gets absolutely eviscerated. Mac rounds and atmosphere? Well, don't worry. You are not going to be disappointed. The Mac rounds and atmosphere on this map are so sick. In fact, we've spent the last 2 days, really just enhancing and working on the effect overall. It looks pretty dang good. Looks pretty dang good. Today, we're doing two things. One, just like the thumbnail and everything shows, we're doing the glassing beam. We're enhancing the entire effect, animations, everything about it. But on top of that, we are also going to be working on the Spire's dome destruction, which already looks good, but we're going to give it a little bit of love. We're going to enhance it further so that when you do take down the Spire dome in-game, it should look a lot cooler. Can't wait to get my grubby little hands on the CE remake. Yeah, I know, me too. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So I'm munching on some rice cakes. Dude, I gotta give you guys a little personal life update, because I'm really proud of myself right now. I've lost 10 pounds recently. Put myself in a caloric deficit, and I've been working out 4 times a week. I've lost 10 pounds, bro. That was nothing to scoff at. I went from being near the high end of my BMI for my height and weight to right smack dab in the middle. I want to see if I can lose another 10, and then just, stay there. Proud of myself. I had to share that. Feels good. It's not easy to do. Those are pounds you could convert it into muscles. Yeah, that's true, but while I am losing weight and I am technically in a caloric deficit and I'm not going to build massive amounts of muscles, I am still drinking protein shakes every time I go to the gym. So my muscles are actually growing still, just not super fast, but also I think I'd rather be skinny with strength than super large and muscular. You know what I mean? I'll definitely have muscles. I'll definitely, be reasonably muscular as I continue, but I want to get myself down to a nice weight first. No. Be functionally fit. I want to be functionally fit. That's the goal, you know? Reject modern whatever. Well, I just want to be a little thin, you know? I want to be thin with some muscles. And honestly, for my BMI, I'm 6'1", and I was at my highest about a month and a half ago. I was 178 pounds, and now I'm down to 166, which is kind of crazy. So I was technically in the green on my BMI, but it was over what I wanted it to be. Make the Spire implode with energy discharges that damages nearby players. Well, one thing we're doing today is we're going to make it so any player up in the top of the Spire is going to die. You're just cooked. When the Mac round detonates, I'm going to play an enormous damage effect that just kills everybody inside. Functionally fit is different. Shit like being able to actually jump and recover from falls. And banning Green Knight without a second thought.
That is the question that I ponder.
Yo, Modern Gamer, so good to see you, man. Thank you for the 420. Why is Green such? That's a great question. You know, ever since he completely ruined the fully dynamic destruction Spire physics by having just a terrible PC and not being able to handle it, you know, I've been asking myself the same thing. I have a plan, by the way, so any of you guys watching right now, I know there's not a whole lot of crazy stuff that happens as far as stream clips go, usually when I'm working on mods, but unless maybe we're doing like a playtest and like some awesome moments happen. But if any of you guys have cool clips that you think would make cool content, all I'll ask of this is that maybe just like throw the timestamp or clip into the stream clips channel on Discord. If any of you guys do that, I'm low-key thinking about just turning those into shorts, because for all the fun YouTube shorts and Instagram reels and TikToks that I put out, I do think having some that are just like clips from stream would be kind of fun, because I'm not going to have an unlimited amount of mods and content. I do have an unbelievable amount, but it's not infinite. I'd light against slow space explosion once it's done. Oh, well, yeah. Lighting is the big one. Lighting is honestly the actual last bit of the map that's going to make it look really good and pop really nicely. We'll get there. We'll for sure get there. It's going to take a little bit. All right. I gotta find my gaming chair, man. Where's my gaming chair? Oh, there it is. Had Mark 4 and 5 interactable armors. I mean, it's actually possible, but for now, I'm just gonna keep the vanilla Halo 3 armors. Permafrost would be great for skits. I do think so. I'd like to, for the release video, I'm mostly focused on my long-form Ultimate Forge release video. I actually have time for it now, and I'm currently working on it, but I'm genuinely looking forward to the Permafrost release video, because that one's going to be, like, kind of sick. Not potato chips, I'm eating rice cakes. They're lower calories than potato chips, dude. After I started counting calories, man, holy hell was I shocked by how many calories are in some certain foods. Potato chips, bro. For something so small and thin, the amount of calories it has is absurd. Same thing? No, the rice cakes are actually substantially lower. I'm just going to ask him to hook up the 2K bitmaps. I think I'll do that today. I will hook up the 2K bitmaps. Rice cakes are great. Yeah, these caramel rice cakes, they're like, they taste great and like sugary, but the calorie count is hilariously low. It's awesome. And ever since I've been eating less in a caloric deficit, I'm pretty sure my stomach has shrank, so now like my appetite is just much lower as my body has adjusted to eating less regularly. It's kind of sick. Also, the normals might be inverted. I can convert them, that's fine. I'll just invert the green channel. They might be. DirectX to OpenGL. I always mix them up, but I'll be able to tell pretty easily once it's in-game. How's everyone today? At least I'm good, Xeno. Alright, guys. Let's jump into game. Let's get started. I'm pretty excited today because today is going to be badass event moments and things happening. Capital ship. We are going to do the Spire Dome. We're going to revamp the Spire Dome effects a little bit just before we do the capital ship, but that shouldn't take too long. Oh, dude, I can't skip Covenant Dance. All right, let's get started, man. Hello! Welcome back to my... This is my house. That's my house behind me. It's very tall. It has 2 elevators in it, made of energy. Very cool. There'll be a scarab one day. Bro, adds a portal havoc nuke. Portable havoc nuke. Hey, that's what the pickle's for. The space pickle. Done some amazing work, but I don't appreciate it at all, not one bit. You know what, Mr. Rez? That's not very frickin' nice of you, man. It's kind of frickin' rude. I don't like that. Anyway, one thing I think I'm going to experiment with, alright? One thing I'm going to experiment with before we release Permafrost, okay? This is going to happen sometime in the next week. I'll be streaming, trying again to get the glassing beam weapon, the one that calls in a Corvette to come in and glass stuff. I will once again be trying to get that to function perfectly. It should work, everything about it works, but there's an annoying bug on it that causes it to glitch out occasionally. I swear I remember your armor being red. No, it's always been blue and yellow. In fact, this color scheme, blue, yellow with the white stripe right there, has been my color scheme since I was a kid playing Halo 3 on the 360. I don't know, I love it. People call me Agent Washington, which is not true, okay? The blue is different. He has a lighter blue than I do. All right, this is my blue. That's Agent Washington. Bro, this is what I'm talking about, bro. He said that with stream delay, so you know he said that before I even said it out loud. Oh my god, bro. Perp? No. Can I add ODST drop pods? Yeah, I can. I just don't think they really fit in with the way this map works, the spawns and stuff. The only downside to ODST drop pods is that, as they stand now, you can just get out whenever you want. I would have to mess with it a little bit. Oh, wait, this song is kind of fire. Is this ODST? Oh, it is, more than his share. All right, we'll jam to this for a second. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee, and then we're gonna get started. So, in case you missed me saying this like 3 times, you said, what's been done with Permafrost so far? I'm very out of the loop. I'll show you, Zeno. I'll show you. We have quite a bit of cool stuff. I don't know when you stopped watching, but I took about a week break unintentionally because my internet went down for like 5 days, and I was not able to stream during that time. But since then, we've been making some pretty awesome progress. I'll show you. Let me take a sip of coffee. Make an ODST drop pod specific vehicle? Oh, I have one. I've already made one. It works great. It's really, really cool. It's in Ultimate Forge, actually. If you download Ultimate Forge in the Steam Workshop, and you can just use the ODST pod. I also recommend you do it on the Mombasa Streets sandbox that I made, because on that map, if you go all the way up in the air above the clouds, you go into the orbit of the entire area, and then you're able to place a frigate and a drop pod up there, and you can drop all the way from orbit down into the map. It's sick. Thank you for the 2, Sid!
I came up with this on my own just now.
Okay.
Your armor is IKEA colors.
Oh my god. It's me colors, man! It's my original color scheme! Okay, maybe I'm not the first person in human history to do blue and yellow, alright? But I'm not IKEA man, and I'm not Agent Washington. I'm just the mod guy, alright? Rejected Shotgun, that's my name. God, I need to change that, by the way. That is the worst, most unbrandable name ever. Rejected Shotgun? Bro, it's so long and so difficult to pronounce. Why? Why didn't I change it earlier, man? Oh. At least some of my socials, it's RJ Shotgun, but, you know. Better than mine. No, yours is pretty good, not gonna lie. It's like technically based off a game, but it's like 2 words, simple and common enough that it's like literally not even gonna hurt you. No, keep that name, Heretic. I know, but branding wise, once you get into like marketing and stuff, the name Rejected Shotgun is like literally an abomination. It's brutal. Okay, I'm gonna take one more sip of coffee, and then we're gonna go over everything that we've been working on. Modded Gamer, thank you for the 420!
O Green Knight, prithee say, why art thou bought this very day?
It's a good question.
Past covenant spires and reach unseen, we still must ask thee, good Green, why art thou bought, dear Green? This is, dear Green, why art thou a bot on this day? You approach me. You come into this chat room so regularly, and you say things that cause me to recoil in disgust. A comment on Halo 4 being a good game. Disgusting. Truly, truly vile words escaping your mouth. Do not speak of them to me. You make me sick. You can always just abbreviate to RSG. Rejected Shotgun. That's true. I like RJ, though. RJ is something I like a lot. I do RJ Shotgun. I know I'm randomly putting the J from Rejected in there, but it sounds good. RJ Shotgun. Still too long. If I could, I would just make it shot, you know. R shot, RJ shot. Just having the entire word of shotgun in there. Also bad for branding, okay? Some people don't like guns, okay? Brands are like, guns? Is that a weapon? You're dead to me. You know what I mean? Not the worst thing ever, but rebrand. I've been thinking about a rebrand forever, but the problem is I'm already so deep into being Rejected Shotgun that rebranding would be like career sewer slide. Can I say that on YouTube? I don't think YouTube gives a shit. All right. Oh wait, that's right. They're my friends again. So let's get started. Let me show you guys what's going on. So Zeno did ask, "What's new?" Now I'm gonna be honest, Zeno. I don't know.
Now at power level 2.
I don't know when the last time you saw the stream was, Zeno. I feel like you have been here reasonably regularly, so I don't know if any of the AI and stuff is news to you. But we do have AI. Thank you for the 420, Modded Gamer.
O Green Knight, prithee explain,
Prithee
why dost
explain.
thou shun our gaming train?
True.
Whilst warthogs roar and Spartans deploy, thou wilt not game with the lads. Good still we ask, with hearts annoyed, why art thou bought, and not one of the boys?
With hearts annoyed, why art thou bought and not one of the boys?
That's fire. That's fire. Removing the BFG was the last thing you saw? Okay, well in that case, you haven't seen the teleporter system. Let me do it real quick, because I'm on blue team. This is like 90% done. So I'm going to capture this for blue team. So this is what the BFG used to be. Oh right, it doesn't work in the editor, but as you can see, these blue lights turn on. Normally this turns on into a receiver node. I'm in the editor, not in multiplayer, so it doesn't technically count, but yeah. We got this rolling. The blue lights are on, and if we come over here, this will have turned on, and now I'll be able to take a shortcut to this part of the map, which is super handy and useful. So, pretty cool. Did I make that model? No, actually, fun fact, this is cut content from Halo Reach. It's not supposed to be a teleporter. This is, in the Halo Reach Alpha build that Zophie nabbed, this was known as a vehicle lift. And based on concept art that Zophie found relative to the model on one of the artist's page, what was supposed to happen is a vehicle would come on to this thing and float in place and get repaired. But my thought when I saw it was, damn, that's just a big-ass Covenant-style teleporter. Which, it's literally not, but I feel like it looks like it, so, you know, screw it. It's cool enough. Good enough. So now it's a teleporter. That's from Reach. Why did Bungie not keep this? I don't know. You want to see another cut piece of content from Reach that we have on the map? It's these button panels. These button panels, minus the holograms, I added the holograms, but these button panels right here are also cut content that Zophie found in Halo Reach, which also had like concept art and descriptions. Nothing crazy about them. Like, I just slapped some holograms on them to make them look cool, but they're full-on little Covenant button panels that just never got used, that never made it into the final build. They look pretty good. Alright. Where are the UNSC? They ain't here. Honestly, I just have a lot more fun working on, like, Covenant stuff. Looks like a little guy. Yeah, they're kind of cool looking. They almost feel out of place as far as, like, Covenant-style stuff from Reach goes, but I don't think they're too bad. I don't think they're too bad. Tell us. Where's the artillery? Oh, you want artillery? We got, I guess as far as artillery goes, we have this. The airstrike. You can pick these up at any time. Cheats. Deathless. Player 1. I'm excited to show you guys what we did in case you missed yesterday's stream and you didn't have the opportunity to see what we did. We enhanced the Spire destruction pretty substantially. It's pretty awesome. Here's your artillery. Grab this, throw it onto a vehicle or just onto the ground. You'll mark it real quick, and then from the sky, you will annihilate whatever it was with a missile through a piece of equipment. And 30 seconds after I first fired that, I can fire another one as much as I want. There used to be a 1 in 1,000 Easter egg where you just gets up and runs like a little fucking with little legs. I mean, it does have these little teensy tiny legs on it. That's not out of the question, all right? It just gets up and goes. Anyway, though, we got vehicle spawners. Over the last few days, you know, we redid the inside. I got rid of the ugly, untextured Halo Wars interiors in here, so this looks a lot nicer on the inside. We used a lot of Halo Reach textures to make it look better. The same thing applies to this one. We finally gave this an interior as well for the large vehicle spawner. Just some basic Halo Reach panels. Little pieces from the Spire I appended inside. It's really not my best work, I keep saying that, but I do feel like as far as a simple interior goes, just to make it look passable, I think they're good. I didn't want to go all out. I didn't want to spend like multiple days designing an interior for these bases. I was like, it's got Covenant panels, it's got a roof and a couple lights. The textures look decent. That's enough for what this is. So that's cool. The other biggest thing here, first of all, I'm going to show you what we're going to be redoing. The main thing we're going to start with today, let's do Wake Script Spire Dome Red. So the Spire Down animation, right now I have not changed it yet. We will be editing it in a minute. This is what it looks like. The Spire...
Red Team Spire shield has been disabled.
Goes down, blue gas emits. It's
fine, but I think it could be way cooler and have a way bigger impact on the map visually so that it's more noticeable. But what we did do, I'm going to skip past the part where the frigate comes flying in just so I can show you the full-on Spire destruction. So here it is. This is what we did for the last 2 days. For the most part, it's going to look the same, but you'll probably notice some differences, and I'll point them out after we watch it. Thank you for becoming a member, Mr. Raz! Much appreciated! Thank you, thank you! Electric lightning emitting from the Spire across the map. I want to do something that's relatively cross-map. I definitely want to do something relatively cross-map. Okay, so I think we're done with the actual Spire destruction. We will work on the Spire dome, of course. But check this out, okay? So let me point out what's new on the Spire destruction. So I'll destroy it. And then I'm going to do game speed 0.1. So we're at 1/10 speed. We're going to watch this in super slow-mo. So, boom. The Spire detonates. So here's what is new first off. So as you can see, we now have this gigantic plasma ejecta and debris ejecta firing out from the sides. This is supposed to be for when the frigate comes in. That's where the Mac round blasts through. So we have that now. It looks pretty cool. Sparks, plasma ejecta, debris come flying out. And if we actually look up close, we modeled in a gigantic hole that goes and cuts all the way through the Spire here, where the Mac round has penetrated directly through. So that looks good, I think. I think it looks pretty good. You even see through the bottom, it's like melted out Covenant stuff. I really like how the model looks. It's pretty good. So as it falls now, too, these little pieces, we spent a decent amount of time doing this yesterday. These little chunks now are animated and fall off because they're kind of small. So I think that looks pretty good. We spent a bunch of time animating them yesterday to add even more debris and complexity to the animation. The other thing is I do have to do speed default. Is we have now a giant, like, almost like avalanche of snow blowing away as it collapses to the ground, as you can see here. And I almost want to make it a bit thicker and more dense. But yeah, that happens. The new pieces, when they fall, also cause impacts on the ground. So these little side pieces right here, these little crescent shapes, and this little pillar sticking off, when these fall down, they're fully animated, fully separate. They hit the ground, they impact the ground, and leave, like, big snow impacts. But honestly, and I know this is a small detail, I know I'm always weird about small details, but my favorite thing we have done on this is the snow blowing outwards, simulating. If you've ever watched a building collapse, where a building comes down, you know, like a controlled demolition of an old, tall building, what happens is, as it falls, a bunch of, like, smoke and debris comes down, all of the air mass falls very quickly, and as it impacts the ground, it all spreads outwards with nowhere else to go, and it goes whoom, and it creates this big, flowing thing. And I'm like, okay, we're on a snowy map, a giant structure is collapsing, so theoretically, a bunch of snow should get picked up and blown away. And so that's what we did at the end of yesterday's stream. We have a bunch of snow that starts to get picked up and blows all the way out and away in every direction. It's kind of subtle, to be honest. And I low-key might even make it a little more intense, but I think it looks so cool. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this part of the effect. I just think it looks great. As the building starts coming down, you see it start to blow outwards, then it speeds up, kind of covering everything up. The Phantom, yeah, the Phantom's got cooked. And I think it looks pretty cool. So, again, small detail, but those kind of things matter a lot to me, man. Those things, they're pretty sick. Let me take down the dome so we can see it better. And I want to look at it from a distance so you guys can really appreciate it. It's kind of hard to see it with the dome up because the dome's supposed to be down by the time this thing goes down. Kind of want the fog to linger as it slowly settles after the fall. I was just thinking that. I'm like, I love the effect, and I know yesterday at the end of stream I was holding myself back from overdoing the effect. But I do think I could do it a bit more. Because on the ground, it gets really intense when you're down there. But if you look at it from a distance, that snow blowing effect is honestly relatively subtle. You can still pretty clearly see everything around. So how about this? Before we work on the dome, one more time, I want to tweak that snow effect just a little bit more, just a teensy little bit more. Keep it locally foggy for like a minute or two. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I do think that's a good idea. We can give it a try. I think what I'll do is I'll probably just increase the lifespan of those particles so they kind of hang around and linger for a bit longer, and have them kind of slow down as well. I think one thing that'll really help on top of that is to increase the intensity. Right now, obviously, the snow has some transparency to it. They're not like solid. You know, it's smoke after all. But I think what could be kind of sick here is if we made this snow a little bit more dense, kind of blocking visuals for a little bit more. What is this all for? This is for Permafrost, for the when you go to the enemy base and you destroy their Spire in multiplayer. Obviously, you have to take the dome down first before you're allowed to take their Spire down completely. But you can destroy their Spire, which reorganizes their entire base and gives you easier access to their objectives, flags, assault bombs, etc., etc. But really quickly, so this one is Wispy Smoke Debris. We're going to do Ground Smoke Long and make this one more intense first. Right now it's alpha, it goes up to only 0.5. I'm going to set it to 1. Actually, I'm going to set them just both to 1 and see if it's too much. So we're going to double the intensity of their visuals. So let's do a cheat code to destroy the Spire automatically. We'll watch the particles emit out. Ooh. Ooh. I do think it looks good, but I think the color might be a bit too intense. I might darken them a little bit. I may darken them. Let me save this snow color so we don't lose it. But I'm going to try darkening this snow just a bit more. Because it's just, honestly, it's a little bright. It's a little bit, it almost looks like it's like glowing bright. And I want it to match the actual map's textures a little better. That feels a bit better. That feels a bit better. Okay, you know what, wait.
This was brought up way back, but what if when the Spire dies it has a ruined version of the lower base spawn that has debris blocking the doorways and is badly torn up from the collapse? That way players can't just walk around in it after it falls.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. The only reason that I might not do that would be because there's most of the spawn points. Actually, let me take that back. All of the spawn points are inside the base of the Spire. That said, I definitely could do a more damaged version of it visually, so long as it doesn't affect the interior part. Because I do still want, like, regardless of the Spire being destroyed, it's genuinely really important that that bottom area stays accessible. Whether I visually destroy it, sure, that's fine. But as far as staying inside goes, you still need that base. It's going to prevent spawn camping. It's going to give you some cover, and overall just be like very, very useful. But full on destroying it so you can't access it, in my opinion, is out of the question, because it's just going to be a bit overwhelming. Ooh, that's good. That's good. I low-key am going to increase the lifespan of these particles a little bit. Wait, 5 to 15? What if I made them like 10 to 15? What would that do? Really looking forward to Ultimate Forge 2.1 after Permafrost is done. Yeah, and don't forget, we're going to have Huge Grass 2.3, which is going to include a ton of Ultimate Forge content in it. Okay, that's starting to feel like really, really good. That's actually fair. I forgot the spawns are inside the building. I mean, technically there are ways around it where I could, like, delete the spawns inside the building and spawn a whole new set of spawn points in as it gets destroyed. You know, I do the same thing with the flag capture points, right? Like the assault bomb. If you destroy the Spire, you no longer plant your assault bomb here. The assault bomb point gets moved over there. So technically, I could also do that with spawn points. But I feel like then it would just be, like, really, really brutal. Huge Grass update is exciting. What sort of things do you think will be in Ultimate Forge 2.1? The request that I got was adding objects like the ODST landing pad that like supports full-on Pelicans and Phantoms to like every map, as well as rebalancing some of the vehicles, which I'm also going to be doing for huge grass. Some people on Twitter were talking about how on huge grass the Space Banshee is really overpowered, which is true. The Space Banshee beats out the Wombat in air fights like almost every single time. It's kind of insane. No, he said rebalance, yeah. Deal with it. I'm fucking evil, dude. I'm gonna rebalance the mod. I guess that's fine. I'm gonna lower the initial particle speeds down to 1/3. I think this will actually make the entire effect feel a lot more dynamic. As the speeds change, it'll feel like more realistic. Okay, what I just did is when this thing starts to fall, you'll see snow slowly begin to accumulate out. And then as it comes down more, the snow will speed up more, implying the air masses coming down, pushing faster. So let's see how that looks. Slow emission and then speeds up substantially. Not bad, not bad. One last thing I'm going to check on this effect before we make the dome look way cooler is emission rate. Okay, that's good actually. That's good. Wait, didn't I just edited emission rate. Why did I do that? I needed velocity. Yeah, okay, velocity down, emission rate down. Wait, did I put that to 2? I did. Okay, we'll do that. And then lastly, I'm going to do this one real quick. Smoke long. It has its emission rate down to 3, and I'm going to put its starting velocity all the way down to 2. Basically what that means is when I destroy the Spire now, the effect is going to start slow, speed up as the entire mass of the tower collapses to the ground. And like I said, should feel a lot more dynamic and interesting. Ooh, that does feel a lot more dynamic and interesting. I might tweak the speed of it, though. I'm noticing the speed up seems to be a bit too delayed from the actual falling of the tower. Pretty cool. I'm gonna watch it one more time because that time it actually felt good and the last time it didn't, which is kind of freaking me out. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so it falls, starts to blow snow around, and then as it hits the ground, it does feel a little bit delayed, just a teensy tiny bit delayed. I'm gonna move this back 1 on velocity, on emission. And if this is too much, I'll just do the in between these two values. So this is basically going to make it earlier in the effect. It's going to start peaking in speed and intensity of snow blowing. Let's see if that helps or not. So it starts to... Boom! There we go. Now that feels more synchronized with the actual impact of the Spire going down. Much nicer. When big things fall, you also have a vortex of air pulling down in the middle. Could be a nice FX add-on. Oh, wait, you're so right, actually. Wait, because technically I sort of do. If you look at the top of it, there is, like, a smoke plume that kind of comes down, though admittedly is, like, a different color. And the effect isn't all that substantial. I feel like it definitely could be enhanced a little bit there. Technically it's there, but it's so, like, static and uninteresting that you really don't even feel that effect occurring. Perhaps I could do that. Perhaps I could do that, like a sort of similar smoke effect, but with gravity. Let me try that, actually, because I actually really like that suggestion. So I'll just copy the same particles we're using for, like, the exploding outwards kind of snow shockwave. Make it large. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So technically, because I already have, like, a worse version of that already occurring here. We'll watch it one more time. So as soon as it blows up, let me pause the game so we can see this. Game speed. I'll make it really slow at least. As soon as it blows up, you get this, like, wispy white smoke plus this kind of, like, powerful cloudy rolling smoke that just begin to emit from it, which I'm not entirely sure is what I want from this. I think we could definitely improve this quite a bit. It does look like building debris falling, which is cool. What have I done? That's something much more principle. A dome that has something like principled volume to be much longer lasting fog. God, I wish. Unfortunately, that is not something that can really easily be handled in the Halo 3 engine. I would have to mimic it with just pure particles. CPU particles, no less, which is just, yeah. It's a 2007 game. It is what it is. Like, see, here, I don't dislike this at all. I think this looks cool. But I have an idea now. I'm going to try something that might entirely change how this looks, which is, on the smoke event, when this begins, it starts right away. This is where all the smoke is. I'm going to do... Oh, wait, it already inherits effect velocity. Wait, what? That should have been exactly what I needed. But it seems like it doesn't really want to move. Let me try... So what do we have here? We have soft smoke large. On the other one, I'm using... I need to find the particle I'm using for the giant snow shockwave really quickly. Any day now. So the particle I'm using for the giant snow shockwave... What are you? Don't worry about that. So snow shockwave uses wispy smoke debris. So I'm going to swap that out for the soft smoke large here. Because this doesn't look bad, but I see the vision. Literally what Banana Nana Nannerman said is fire. Straight fire. Oops. So let's see. I swapped out the particle for now. It definitely doesn't look bad, but I have an idea. Okay. For a second, I'm going to disable the rolling smoke. I'll probably add it back in a minute. But here it is just with the wispy smoke emitting from the... Here you can see the white kind of flowy particle as it goes down. Which is, for the most part, fine. But what we can do... What we can do is... In order to, like, simulate this thing kind of falling down, we have inherent effect velocity. What that means, basically, is if the spire where the smoke is coming out of is falling, the effect will inherit that velocity and move with it. That said, I actually don't think that's doing us any favors here, because we know the spire is going to fall basically straight down. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm not going to inherit effect velocity. So it's just going to appear in the middle of the air. And what I'll do is I'll give it just a little bit of gravity so it will appear, stay in the air, and then slowly fall down. It'll basically cause a delay slightly behind the tower as it falls. So let's see with these current settings how that looks. Oh, it has negative gravity actually, so it was going up instead of down. I'll try it again. Okay, let's see what this looks like. I'd love to make Forge maps and custom game modes on full Malvasa. Hell yeah, that'd be so sick. Okay, the smoke is appearing, but there's a couple issues. It's emitting really slowly, so I'm going to up it to 10 temporarily. And then I'm going to reduce its air friction down substantially so it stops while stopping. I'll cut that down there. Rotational friction, I'll get it to 0.2, so that way it can still do nice like rotations and not be quite so static. And then I'm going to cut down the scale of it a decent amount as well. Lastly, emission radius is 4. Well, let's just see what this looks like. Let's give this a little look-see. Delayed falling with a slope into the center to simulate that vortex. Delayed falling with a slope in the center to sim the vortex. I'm not sure what you mean by slope into the center. Do you mean kind of like a conical shape like that coming down? Once again, I just feel like it's emitting too slowly. It's too large as well. I don't know why the particles are so damn big. Let's decrease their size again. 3 to 1.5. This is the right one, right? Please tell me. Oh my... Bro, I was editing the wrong one the entire time. Okay. Let's try that again. Particle lifespan, 5 to 8, sure. Initial velocity. I'm going to cut this down massively. Let's do 5 to, like, 1. Displacement of the air being pulled into the middle from the Spire mass, like a tornado, if you will. Yeah, I mean, it would do a very similar thing. It's almost like an inverted mushroom cloud at first, actually. Kind of like a mushroom cloud stem where it sucks up into the hot, explosive cloud, but here it's getting like sucked down and out because of the moving air mass downwards rather than upwards. Thank you for the 2, Davy Jones.
Till I excavated.
Oh!
Be excavating my glassing beam.
Oh!
My beam was glassed when she excavated.
Ah!
Why you gotta talk like that when I'm live?
Particle size down, turning this way the fuck down. Let's do 9 to 6 at least. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted, but it is a start. It's because I forgot to do the gravity again. Right now, gravity is negative. We're going to do a full fat gravity with little amounts of air friction and even less amounts of rotational friction. That way it stops stopping. Okay, not bad actually. I see the vision here. I'm going to cut the gravity in half. We're going to have rotational friction be so little. Initial rotation rate, we're going to do 0.1 to negative. We'll just try that. All right, let's give it a go again. To be honest, not bad. I think I'm gonna have to reduce the gravity a little though, because it's not delaying behind the initial fall enough. I was really looking at the capital ship glassing, being rendered it. Then I see your thumbnail, crazy timing. Hey! You gotta show me that render when it's done. That sounds sick. Okay, wait, we're getting somewhere. The gravity's still too intense. Listen, you're gonna see my glassing beam soon. Once I can get done being a fucking nerd about the Spire destruction physics, I'm gonna have my glassing beam. Thank you for the 2, Davidson Jones!
The Spire destruction looks so good, dude. Almost as good as your 2 pore extensions
What?
or whatever you did to your hair. Kissing face emoji.
Hey, listen, thanks. But it's, you know what? I'm not even gonna try to beat the allegations. Thanks. I appreciate that. It could look way better. It could look way better. We can for sure make this look way more sick. Oh my god, wait. Oh my god, wait. What if I tried the ground smoke long for this? That might actually look insane. Hold up, hold up. Hear me out, hear me out, hear me out. Don't mog me, I don't consent. Dude, you literally mogged me just by existing. What the fuck are you talking about? Okay, admittedly, it wasn't supposed to look like that. Admittedly, it was not supposed to look like that. Let me cook, let me cook, let me cook, let me cook. Okay, 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 okay. I gotta turn off rotation. And set rotational friction super high, so it never rotates ever again for the rest of its life. Let's see what it looks like. Bro, why are they spinning? Why are they spinning? Bro. Why the fuck is it spinning? It looks so stupid. Base David Jones is here. Hello. Yes, it is. That's his real legal name, David. David Jones. David Jonathan. Hey man, that's some really cool particles. It'd be cool if they stopped fucking spinning out of control and looking stupid as hell. Where's the lobby? Oh man. Bro, brain cells about to start leaking out of my head. Davy Jones, thank you for the 2.
You spin my particles right round, like a record, baby, right round, round, round.
Yeah, I know. Adam, thank you for the 2.
Did you see Late Night Gaming's latest video on Campaign Evolved?
No, not yet.
Aside from a handful of nitpicks that I imagine can be resolved with modding, I'm actually feeling pretty optimistic about Halo for once.
Well, thank you for the 2, Adam. I'm also feeling really optimistic about Campaign Evolved. Is it the perfect Halo game? No, but let's be real. We're never getting a perfect, flawless Halo game because there's no such thing because everybody wants something different. But I think it's amazing. Not gonna lie, I'm genuinely excited. I'm not gonna pretend like I love everything. I have my nitpicks, like I hate that they used the Halo 4 monitor design. I think that one looks objectively worse than the Halo 2 and 3 one. But it's a nitpick. The game overall looks awesome. Come on. Give it to me. Bro, I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. These goddamn particles, man. What is causing them to rotate? What is even happening here, man? They're supposed to go in a single direction. Why are they fucking flipping out? What are they doing? What is happening? Oh, wait, I think I know what's happening, actually. It's because it's emitting from, let me guess, a globe. Yeah, of course it is. Let's do a tube. No tube. Particle reference axis X, please. Love the way it emits in every direction except the one I want. That's so epic style. Wow. Wowzers. Oh boy. What was the other one I used? Sprayer. Sprayer's not good. I just wanted it to come out of a single direction. Not a tube. Tube, wait, not a disc. Constant. I wish they had better explanations for what the fuck half this shit means, man. I just want this wispy smoke to come up in a column in a literal debris. I'm just gonna do sprayer. Alright, I think we're close to getting this working. I was gonna say we're close, but then I just realized I never fixed the... I lied. It's actually perfect. The angle at which this emits is fucked up. For some reason. I'm pretty sure these particles are supposed to follow the direction at which they spawn, and yet they're not. Why is that ground smoke long? Can you tell me about it? Parallel to direction. To direction, as in the direction it is actively moving in. Which gravity should affect, like a spark, for example, which rotates depending on its orientation. Aspect ratio goes over particle age, so it gets longer over time. Interesting. Okay. That's cool, I guess. It would be nice if it fucking, let me think about this, worked, like, hello? Oh my god, it was inheriting effect velocity the entire time. It's still fucking sideways. It's goddamn sideways. Why is it sideways? Sorry that I keep blinding you guys, by the way. The fucking screen effect is so bright. I'm about to give up and just use the boring all-directional particle. Doing directional particles on this should not be this hard, man. It should not be this hard. I just want the particle to be facing up and down emit from up and down, and just work. Flowing behind it in a nice little line. Very simple, very lovely, very easy. Lifespan is fine. Emission rate is fine. Emission radius is fine. There is no angle, no nothing, no values here. There is particle self-acceleration, none. Initial velocity, none. All we have is basic gravity with no rotational friction. Size and visuals are all standard, which leaves this as the only possibility here. What if I did a line, dude? What if I do a line? Is it possible just coming out sideways, maybe? All things considered, that actually looked kind of cool. Low-key looked kind of cool, but it wasn't the visual I was hoping for. They're emitting in a globe shape. They're emitting in a globe shape! Is there a reason they're emitting in a globe shape? Could this be it? Center offset, fine. That's good, that's useful. It has no values in relation. Wait, motion blur rotations kind of. I'm gonna turn that off really quickly and try that again. I've never used that value before in any particle. Interesting. Fascinating. But that didn't do anything. There's nothing related to rotation anywhere here that I'm aware of. We have aspect ratio, yes. Animation, rotation, absolutely nothing. Which is actually a good thing, sort of. I was low-key kind of hoping to find something there, but it's fine. It's totally fine. Oh, that doesn't even matter because that's for models. Sprayer, disc. I'm just going to go one by one through everything until I get a result that I like. Here we go, starting from the first one. Seems to be emitting from every direction. Still. Looked kind of dope, though.
I spent the past 2 days editing videos and snagging thumbnails and finally posted the 18 completed mods I've been sitting on for weeks cause I hate doing the media for it.
Valid.
It was originally over 20 but I decided to shelve a few. Feels good to be done with it.
Hell yeah, let's fucking go, Adam. It does feel good to complete a task like that. I'm happy for you. Your mods are pretty sick, too. You do some pretty sick work. Congrats, you gotta post some of them. Let me see your Steam Workshop profile. So I can go scour through them all. That way you don't have to post, like, literally everything. Dude, this is not. There's no way this is as hard as it is. What'd it do? Hey, what up, Zed? I know you. You're the guy who works on the render. You're working on the glassing beam render, the capital ship render. Dude, I am going to freak out. I'm gonna flip my shit, man. There's no way it's this hard to get a particle, a velocity-oriented particle, to not be at a random orientation. I've got to be missing something. Like, why are they moving upward and outward? I don't understand. It's like concept art render, nothing crazy, pure vibes based. That's sick, though. Am I going to put this mod on the Steam Workshop? It technically already is, but it's just not publicly available. You can find the link in my Discord server. See, the problem with this is that it doesn't look bad, but I have a really specific vision that is entirely reliant on a specific orientation of these particles. Why are they emitting outwards and moving off to the side outwards? I'm gonna lose it. I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand. You know what? I'm turning off physics, and I'm giving them... Yo! Banana, thank you for the huge $25 tip, dude.
Suffering, banana emoji, but at least it looks cool.
Thank you for the extreme generosity, man. I really appreciate it. Listen, my suffering, this is nothing new. All right, let's be real. There's nothing new to this. This is just, it happens. Halo modding is half the time, yeah, particle maxing, suffering. It is what it is. But I think I'm going to try this instead. We have particle initial velocity here. I'm going to go ahead and give it a velocity of 10 to 5. And I'm going to watch the direction that these emit from. Okay, so as of right now, they are seemingly randomly emitting in that direction, presumably because that's where the x-axis on this thing is. So what I'm going to do is emission shape globe, so they come out kind of evenly around everything. We'll do globe, globe. And it has an emission radius. I'm going to do 0 to 15, or actually, we'll go like that. Why are they rotating outwards so oddly? You know what? I know what. I know what's going on. I'm going to take the ground smoke long emitter here. Fuck what we have right now. Alright. We're going to replace it with the one that we use for the shockwave on the ground, and we're just going to watch it happen. Alright. So now it's working. It's blasting outwards. Thank you for the 2, Adam!
My workshop page in your DMs. Aside from a couple of sounds or HUD mods, the vast majority of the new posts are our weapon scripts, half of them being ammo plus mods for pre-existing M60 mods that give you reserve ammo and the ability to reload.
Ooh! You said that our weapon scripts have them being ammo plus mods for pre-existing, they give you reserve ammo and the ability to reload. That's still kind of sick, though. I like that. I like that. Alright, I'm going to keep testing this effect. We now have the particles blasting out and also falling due to gravity. Kind of quickly, not going to lie. I will check them out, Adam, in just 1 second, actually. I know I asked, but I just want to work on this without getting unfocused for a minute. Okay, that gravity value is definitely too intense. We're going to do 0.1 for gravity. And then lastly, I think what I'll do is I'm just going to set the initial velocity for now to 0. Just keep it at 0. So it seems that the actual particle starting rotation is 180 degrees off. We're doing emission axis angle of 30. So when these come out, particles do a 90-degree curve to go straight down. This is kind of what I want to occur, but I want it to happen very specifically with, let's do starting rotation. We don't want any initial rotation rates necessarily. What we want is particle rotation. 0.5 is going to be 180. So this should make it now emit out, down. So that went up for some reason. What? Can I do minus 0.5? Did I accidentally give it anti-gravity somehow? Hello? Okay, we're actually getting somewhere with this. Let's check out the rest of this. Let's see what it looks like in action first. Oh my god, we're actually getting somewhere. Holy. Alright, let's also take the emission rate substantially down. 50 is way too much. In fact, because we don't need the impact to have any point to it, we'll do 10 to 1 over its lifespan of 10 seconds. Let's give it a look. Let's give it a look. We're getting started here. It's not bad. Now that I actually have the foundation in place functioning. Alright, so a couple things. Right now, the gravity is too strong, so I'm going to cut its gravity in half because you can't even see it lingering behind the falling spire. Thank God we're here. Dude, we're finally here. The stream is... Yeah, that's true. I'm actually just not a real human being. Okay, gravity's still too strong. Actually, wait, maybe it's the initial... No, I have no velocity, so we'll do 0.01. So curious to know why changing the particle system has affected the gravity so substantially. Thank you for the 2!
Halo 3 engine.
Chad, Halo 3... Dude, Halo 3 engine is pretty great. Obviously, it has plenty of restrictions being an older game engine. Came out just before 2008. But, damn is it a good engine. Could this be affecting it? Surely not. No way, it actually was. It was completely... Oh, of course, it was rotating at 90 degrees on both axes, giving it a direct downward facing effect. Thank you for the 2!
Halo 4 engine.
True, though. True. I saw somebody on Twitter earlier today describe Halo 4 as a Halo Reach mod, and I was like... Because they were playing Halo 4 and they blew up a Halo 4 Ghost, and the pink Halo Reach Ghost debris came out of it. Okay, so we got the emission angle. We have the emission rate. We have physics. There's no initial velocity. There's a little bit of rotation. Initial rotation rate. Where could this velocity be coming from other than air friction or gravity? So air friction, 0. Let's copy. Actually, let me just turn this positive really quickly, because I'm a little confused, to be honest. This particle should go up now, right? Okay, yeah, they actually do go up. It does look correct, so why doesn't that seem to look super correct in the negative value? Does it just not hang around for long enough? I suppose it could be because they're emitting... This doesn't have velocity on right now. It doesn't. Oh. Brain expansion. So we're on FX center. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it to FX impact. But using science and technology, I'm going to offset it by 50 world units as a test. I have an idea here. I'm cooking. Okay, wrong axis, but correct results of what I want here. Should we concern about spontaneous cranial combustion? Not necessarily. Okay, again, it is working and looking exactly how I want it to, but again, incorrect. So I'm going to assume it was the x-axis the whole time relative to this particular marker we're using. See, now that is kind of what I wanted to happen as it falls. Genuinely looks good. Though 50 world units is definitely too much. In fact, 25 also seems to be too much. Oh, dude, we're cooking with that. Hold up, hold up. All right, let's make it, let's try 18. You guys, I want you to see the vision here. This is why I was trying to get this to work for so long. As it falls, a giant, like, dense column of snow and dust, like, falls down into it. Oh! It's not perfect yet, though. It's not perfect yet. I feel like it could be even better. But that's the concept. It's finally alive. Banana Man, I appreciate you so much for shouting that idea out, giving me that idea, because I did want it, and I felt like I had it, but this already looks way better than how I had it before. That said, I think it might be emitting a little too much, because it looks insanely bright, so I'm going to cut the emission rate down a little. No! Now I can barely fucking see it! Okay, what if I just cut it down just a teensy bit so it doesn't look blindingly bright? Still maybe a little bright for my taste. I'm gonna turn it down just one more. I'm gonna be that little perfectionist wiener and just turn it down one more value. Yeah, that's pretty dope, not gonna lie. What else could I get to make this look better? Oh, I'm gonna try one more thing. Right now, emission radius. Well, what's the shape on this? Tube? Okay, right now, I'm going to set it to only be on the outside of the radius. See what that looks like. Because the only thing this is missing is a little bit of variety. The particle itself has really nice, like, oh, there we go. It's got some, like, smooth... It's got, like, a nice wispiness to it. But it kind of feels like it's just a solid column because they're all just overlapping and combining together. So, I'm hoping... Perhaps I can scale the particles down just a little bit so that you can see their independent wispiness a little bit more, because just having a solid blob of white is not the coolest result ever. I'm going to cut them in half real fast, scale-wise, and tweak them as needed. Low-key kind of dope. Oh, I think I broke it with the particle velocity. Oh, you can. There, it's more subtle now. Been loving your shorts on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you, Dippin' Dottie. That's so true. My God, she's so right. True fan right there. True fan. That's fucking beautiful. God damn. Wait, I know your content. No way. Wait, hold up. You're the VTuber. Oh my God. There's no way. Encouragement of the day from Earth Defense Force. If you give up, it's over. I will never give up. You're a fixture TikTok clone? No, dude. In fact, I saw other people in the Halo community complaining about the same damn issue. And they were like, what do I do? I can't do anything. And everybody was like, there's nothing you can do. You're just fucked. Like, thanks, TikTok. That's so cool. Yeah, just take your little AI algorithm and let every creator get fucked. Lovely, man. Lovely. It is what it is. I think I can increase this a little bit, actually. Particle radius, tube, constant Z, blah blah blah, blah blah. Chud talk, yeah, alright. Oh, I had an idea just now. Okay, we have this starting interpolant, right? Range, system random. No, better. Particle random, individually. Will this work? 0 particle random to 1. Do it work? Why don't I watermark it? I don't think that works the way you think it does. Oh, it's too subtle still! Just a little more. Just give me a little bit more. Dude, I've been working on this for too long. We spent like 45 minutes working on an effect I told you guys at the beginning of stream was completely finished. Oh, but that looks so much better! Fuck, it looks cool! Oh! Overlay rejected shotgun every video. Well, the problem is their name on TikTok is rejected shotgun YouTube. So people just think it's me. But it ain't me. No more edit, it's done, it looks good. Yeah, I agree. I think we're good here. I'm just tweaking subtle values. Oh, the way it like just the plume comes down right with it. Good God, I'm feeling things for pixels that I shouldn't be feeling. Okay, one more time before, but then we're gonna focus on the dome. So I'm gonna take the dome down first, so we can see this a little clearer.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield has been disabled.
Alright, and now, hopefully, the final version of the Spire destruction. Boom! Guys, I got bad news. There's one last thing I want to change on it. I'm sorry, okay? I have a problem, I admit it. I want it to start a small amount on the top and then spread out over time to create like a conical shape, alright? I need this. Alright, that really didn't change anything, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, okay. I swear, we're at the end now. I lied. Radius 20. Go! I need to expand the radius so that it, like, plumes outwards. Starts small and then... Okay, 20 was honestly a little bit much. Alright, Jay, what have we improved? Today I'm literally just nerding out over the Spire effects. We're about to finish it though, I swear. For real, for real. Oh, it looks quite good. Oh. Alright, I'm pleased with that, I suppose. Emission angle. If I did 90, hold on, I'm just curious, I'm just curious. Emission angle 90. So confused, I thought you did these effects months ago. I did, but we massively overhauled the visuals. In fact, I'll give you a look-see. For one, when it blows up and it gets struck, we get a Mac hole directly through the Spire now. I can't see, I'm fucking blind. But a Mac round fires through it, plasma now ejects from both sides, debris and sparks go flying out, fire begins to emit from the holes, and on the inside it is a gigantic bullet hole slash Mac round relativistic velocity impact hole. As it falls now, snow and other snowy type particles that theoretically accumulated on top of the tower kind of fall with it, and on the ground, as the air mass approaches, a gigantic wave of air pushes snow up and out all the way in all directions, kind of fogging up the entirety of everything here. This low-key makes me want to upgrade the frigates effects too, but we're doing capital ship today, so we'll get there. White hot texture to glowing red hot blobs around the Mac hole. Could be done. Could be done. I'll probably have to make a custom texture for it, but it could be done. Okay, I'm going to watch it one more time, then we're going to switch over to the dome. Reminds me of a certain something. Oh, specifically what? There's one thing I have to do, because by switching up the emission radius, I made it slightly worse. Halfway point, 1 to 15. I have it go from like 3 to 15 at the halfway point, which is where the radius maxes out. And then it falls off. Okay, now it should be fine. I just noticed that there's a bright white blob when it starts to fall, because I start by emitting way too many particles at the beginning. And now it evens out. Nice. It spreads out in a more conical shape, which is more realistic to how that air mass would happen in real life. What am I doing with the glassing? We're going to work on that in not long. Basically what I'm doing is I'm going to fix that annoying screen shake bug where it always goes crazy. I'm going to edit the animation a little bit, edit the way that the engine sounds play, and then going to make sure the damage works, and just make sure it's extremely consistent overall, less annoying, because right now I'm annoyed when the glassing beam comes in-game, whereas it should be awesome and interactive and fun, and it just low-key sucks. And not like sucks, but it's just more of an annoyance than anything. It should be kind of fun. Alright, I'll watch it one more time. How do I feel? How do I feel? How do I feel? Are we done here? Okay, it's not overbearingly bright there. I'm going to change one last thing. I'm moving this 1.5 units back on here. 1.5 units back. Wait, where was it? That's what, 3? 3.5. The snow plume timing on the drop was slightly off. I swear we're done this time, guys. I don't have a problem. There we go. The snow plume expands out faster. Feels good. Did I get the dust settled yet? Yes, it's done. It's done. We're done. I swear we're done, guys. Alright, now, before we move on to the capital ship, we're doing the dome! So, I'm going to once again play the dome effect. I don't like the dome effect. I think the dome effect is mid. I don't think it's bad, but I think it's mid. I think I did a cool job with the way the particle systems work to imitate a red version of the dome and the little expanding thing on it.
Alert.
But the blue random plasma particles are stupid. They're dumb. And I don't like them. They make me sad. So we're just going to make that look a little better, basically. Is all we're going to do for this. It's nothing crazy. Is redoing the entire mod? No, I'm just polishing up the rough drafts that I made a month and a half ago. I always said I was going to do this. I've literally repeated it so many times on stream that a lot of my animations and effects were passable, but not good enough for release. So I need to fix these, clean them up. Physics models, effect enhancements. These are some of the last steps before the mod is done. Alright, Spire, FX. Is there a... Did I put it in the dome? Spire chunk, dead. I don't think it's here. It might be under Spire dome. I think Spire dome dies to play the effect, doesn't it? Shield down effects. Spire shield down. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So here's the effect tag for it. What would happen if both towers were to get destroyed at the same time? We'd have to call the president. Bro, what do you mean, bruh? I'll show what I said. What about using the glowing particulate in the atmosphere that healed through radius on the first bug mission? Oh, yeah. Feature creep is never over. This is not feature creep, bro. I'm just enhancing these work-in-progress effects. Much of Permafrost is a rough draft. I'm just tweaking stuff so that it's passable and good. Made a... No, joke. That's not true. I would never do that. That's insensitive. I'm a very sensitive guy. Just what do we have? We have Dome destroyed. I don't know why it's called Shockwave. We'll call it Dome. So we have Dome destroyed, an explosive flash, and the swipe particle that I made that goes all the way down. Which admittedly those two do look pretty good. They do look pretty good. Sometimes the dome destroyed particle does look a little weird. Set to world particle model. I don't think it needs any angle fade range, does it? Let's turn that off.
Sir, green
Hello.
light just blown the second tower.
No! No! Thank you for the
couple of
two.
the Ammo Plus mods are for Halo weapon scripts. The M247 GPMG and A486H, or the Halo 2 and Halo 3 machine guns, but now able to be reloaded. I'll post those two in stream
Ooh.
chat since they're Halo related.
Please do.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield has been disabled.
We're going to be hearing that voice line quite a bit. So alpha map is set, looks good. Billboard plus billboard alpha, add time source alpha, depth fade. Why is depth fade on? 0.15. That's fine, I guess. Spire brightens up, slowly fades out, looks good. Yep, I'm not gonna touch that. It's good enough. I did low-key want to like take the entire dome and have it slowly, like, meticulously come all the way down. But with a particle, I'm not entirely confident I could actually do that. Actually, wait, with the alpha map, maybe I can do that. Hold up. Let me see this. We gotta watch this really quickly. It's been a long time since I made the dome particle. Okay. So here's what it looks like in the brief moment the dome goes down. Basically what I do is I delete the dome, and then I spawn this particle that is a one-to-one recreation of the dome, although a little lower poly, not that you'll ever notice. But it gets bright. You see it's kind of got this glowing white top part, and then it kind of just fades out while the swipe particle also swipes down the dome.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield is now offline.
However, with this base map here, which just has this cool noisy texture to it, and has insane scaling, alpha map translation X. Yeah, wait, this... What? This should work. What's the range? Time period 2? Not a time period. Function input. Particle age? Can I do that? I want to animate this particle to have a scrolling texture map.
Alert.
I don't know if I can do that, though. I don't know if particles let you do that. Yeah, we have diffuse plus billboard alpha, which is fine and all. And I think we're on... Yeah, we're additive source times source alpha. I'm just gonna... Well, I'll switch it back. Wait, we're on additive source times source alpha. We're gonna do additive type. Refresh it. See if this works at all. So it became way brighter. And then it just kind of fades
Red
out.
Team Spire shield is now offline.
Okay, I'm going to delete that really quickly. We're going to copy this texture and delete the alpha map. And I need to see if this thing now has a fixed alpha map texture, then we'll have to just see what that looks like. I don't even think the tiling worked, if I'm being honest. That does not look tiled at all.
Alert.
Okay, it
Red
actually
Team
looked
Spire
worse
shield.
there, which tells me that the beam alpha map is in fact working. Not Not bad, not bad. Okay, I need a gradient, though. I need a standard gradient. Beam is fine, for the most part. Oh my god, big brain. On the Y scale, I'm going to set it to 0.5. And on the X translation, I'm going to set it to be a curve from... Not X translation, Y translation. That's why nothing worked before. The X value doesn't do anything. It remains the same. Okay, Y translation. If we set it to 0.5, that's going to cause it to zoom in really hard. So I now need to offset it by either 0.5 or 0.25. So we'll do this. We'll set it to 0.5, and then we want it to translate up to 1.5? I don't know. We'll see what happens. And basically what I'm trying to do is get like a swiping effect where the dome kind of fades downwards, if that's even possible.
Alert. Red
Starting to believe it's not possible. I'm going to do both. Translate X and translate Y, just to see if either of these are going to do literally anything. We're going to go from 10 to 1 over a period of 1 second. Does that do anything? I'm starting to be convinced that none of these shader type functions that I can add do anything at all for particles.
Alert. Red team Spire shield is now offline.
Do I get access to any... No, there's no default things here. Okay, let's go down here. We have aspect ratio, frame index, animation rate, palette index, particle alpha. I don't think I can do this, to be honest. I just don't think it's going to let me animate this particle. Unless some example exists somewhere in Halo, which I've never seen. I'm just going to assume that just doesn't work. In any case, this is fine, I guess. I was really hoping to get this nice swipe effect, but it already looks passable, so we'll just make do with this. As for this, maybe 512 is not enough. Let's do 1024.
Alert. Red team Spire shield has been disabled.
I guess you can't tile particle textures. Interesting. Distortion diffuse. Distortion scale. I wonder what that looks like. Throw a little distortion on this bad boy. I bet this will look kind of cool. Maybe. Oh,
Alert.
that just caused
Red
it to
team
unrender.
Spire shield is now offline.
No! Yeah. Oh, let's specialize rendering. None. Lighting, none, because it's additive. Depth fade, I guess, is fine. We do want it to have fog, actually. What is the intensity? The intensity is fine. Kill.
Alert. Red team.
Alright, that's fine. We spent too much time on something that didn't even end up working. At least I tried, though. Now I'm more informed on how all that goes. As for this next part, we have an explosive flash that appears at the top of the spire. I need this thing to be like 10x its current scale. Let's see how that looks. 10x scale, give it a go. Oh my... It's fine.
Alert.
Alert! I'm about to mute the fucking game, dude, so I don't have to hear that voice line play another 20 times. Okay, that's fine. Problem is that it's not red. I need it to be red. And its lifespan, I'm going to double its lifespan to nearly
Alert.
half a second. Alert!
Alert. Red Team Spire shield is now offline.
Not bad, but low-key, I kind of want to make it smaller again. Now that it's more red and more visible with a longer lifespan, I don't really think it needs to be all that big.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield has been disabled.
I got a random question for you guys. You know how obviously the Spire's color is like this bluish, and when I turn it off, it goes red. No, I'll keep it red. Actually, I was gonna say maybe I keep it blue or something, but I think it being red is probably fine. Speaking of which, actually, let me take a quick look. The little swipe that I have... In fact, I'm going to open up the swipe that I made in Blender really quickly, because I might be able to apply a texture to it that'll make it look even cooler. I didn't even think about it. Right now, it's just kind of this solid line, you know? Which is fine. But if I made it have, like, a cool texture, it could look even more, you know, like, plasma-y. I feel like that could be kind of sick. Where's my Spire particles? Spire Dome, particle swipe. Yeah, here we go. So Spire Dome particle swipe. This is the big swipey bit that comes down. And texture-wise... Oh! I did set up the textures, like, perfectly, actually. That's sick. So what is the basement? Shield down. Why do I not see that when it spawns in, though? I feel like that should be very visible. We're gonna pause time as the swipe goes all the way down. When is my... Oh, yeah, you know, I can fix the enemy Spire being red, actually. I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, this thing right here. It gets a teensy tiny amount of texture on it, and the rest stretches into infinity. Is that a restriction of... There we go. Okay, at least that looks a little better. And then we don't want this to be double-sided, because I already modeled it in double-sided. I mean, up close, it doesn't look bad. That said, though... What could I do to make it more obvious? Am I allowed to stretch the scale of this texture? Scale x-axis 0.1. And then... I don't think this works. I don't think you're allowed to do this on particles. Yeah, you just can't. You just shove in a texture and hope for the best. Well, at the very least, it's a little more interesting visually, I guess. I think maybe the solid line on top doesn't look that good. I think maybe if it faded in both directions, it would look a lot better. Do I fix that here in the UV map? Because now if I do wrap mode mirror, it will theoretically work correctly. Let me double check though, because currently I'm doing a tiling wrap mode, which makes the texture just endlessly loop around the entire ring. Which theoretically mirror should do too, but just in a slightly different way. Yeah, mirror works great. It's going to create little mirror artifacts, but nobody's ever going to notice them. And what that means is I can make this work. JMA, JMI. Is it a JMS? Where's particles? Spire, dome, particle swipe, render, JMS. Okay. I know this is a really subtle detail, but when we're going and doing this level of polish, it's important. I truly don't think I'll be pausing their game and critiquing their shield break, but if they do, they should be green like Halo 4. Calm down! Can't believe you just said that out loud. Make me sick. Oh. No, you're right, but to me, I think this kind of subtle detail actually matters, okay? Does it actually matter? No, probably not, but it matters to me. It's just going back, basically, and then just noticing that I fucked something up makes me sad. Alright, I'm gonna throw this into my Halo 3 folder. I did low-key kind of forget the thing to import particle models, but I'm sure it's fine. Probably under Objects, Levels, Multi, Alpine Sandbox, Forge, Spire, Particles, Swipe. Alright, and then the command for particle models probably is starting with a P, if I had to guess. Render, accurate, render sounds. Patch, old physics, plate physics. Oh man, I totally forgot what the particle model command is. Import particle model. JMI. What? I have it as a JMS. Let's just see if it works. Spire slash particle slash spire dome wipe. Hey! Alright. So with the new UV map, I don't know if that worked. Oh! Clicking the wrong thing, man. It's like everything's over. Okay, all I'm saying is, pretty sure this should have worked. I make it only use half the texture space. Wait. I think I need to make it use double the texture space now that I think about it. Math is hard, okay? Sometimes it's true I get my division and multiplication mixed up. Alright, I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey! Okay, so why did I do all that? Because now it's got a fade on both sides, and I think that looks cooler, to be honest.
Alert. Red
It's so subtle, but there was just a slight harsh edge on it before. And now there's not, and you know what? Big fat W. Let's watch it in action. Alright, it's going to look pretty much the same, but that's fine.
Alert. Red
I will
team's
never
fire
quite
shield has been
understand
disabled.
why the full-on dome model sometimes just freaks out and stretches to infinity. It is what it is, I guess. Okay, that's actually an extremely consistent Error. Where, like, a single vertex is blowing up. God damn it! Fine, I'll fix it. I'm already here anyway, right? Spire dome particle. Okay, what is even going on in this folder right now? What do we have here? Physics, whatever, don't care. What are you? Dome outer. What? Hello? Why is this such a nightmare to look at? This is not the Spire dome particle. Hello? There's particle swipe. Yes. Pop dead. Dome part. Is this really it? Don't tell me I was so dumb that I actually... It goes hard like a lens flare. Oh, I should put a lens flare on it. Fuck. Did I decimate it? No, I solidified it. Which I don't even necessarily need to do now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, let's hide the collision. Let's hide the physics. This is one fucked up blend file. Why is any of this here? What are you... Goodbye. Price that render. Ooh! Ooh! Holy fuck! Bro, it's like a swarm of locusts. That's terrifying! Oh my god, dude, could you imagine? Also, that moody lighting is so fucking peak. I don't know what the intention was for the sky, where it was supposed to be, but I am definitely getting, like, Sunset Mombasa vibes with, like, the orange to blue hues. Very, like, Halo 2 New Mombasa sky color. That's so clean, bro! The motion blur, too, and all the banshees just flying out. That is so horrifying. God damn, that's so sick. Hell yeah, dude. What the fuck? That's fucking badass, bro. That should be a wallpaper. Sorry, I see your stuff too, Adam. I just know I'm gonna have to do a deep dive on it because you work like a crazy amount. Okay, inner, outer. I have both of them. Theoretically, I could just double side it. Alright. What's going on with the UVs? UVs are really straightforward. Dome inner. Same exact shit, except apparently for... whatever the hell's going on there. I don't need this, that's for sure. Okay, they're both functionally identical now. So theoretically, we will do tries to quads. Nice. And again here, we're going to do tries to quads, which is going to make this a lot easier to work with. And I'm going to see what our standard unsubdivide is going to do. Be perfect? Hell yeah. That's what I like to see. Okay, that one, not so much. Why did that one fuck up and the other one was fine? Went dome inner. Fuck off. If I unsubdivide again. I'm going to try it like this. 416 verts could be considered a lot, but I also just don't give a fuck. Spire dome particle 2. Let's go swap in our new particle. So that's just regular. Physics and collision are unneeded for particles, as it turns out. Grab that. Render. Boom, 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 boom. Spire dome particle. It's already set to double-sided. Texture is ugly. Thank you for the 2 Gyarados!
Man swears on family-friendly channel cause he cool.
Dude,
Alert.
that's
Red
true.
Team Spire shield is now offline.
That's fucking true. Okay. We have this, that's the not swipe dome. Okay, now we have the dome destroyed. I'm gonna take a quick look. Right now we're using this as the main texture for it. There's nothing too crazy. It's like the dome material. But it's, I don't think that works, right? I'm just gonna verify this. I already tested it earlier, it didn't work. I'm just gonna verify again. That scaling textures on a dome, or so not a dome, on a particle. Wrap mode. Wrap. I might have needed to set that. Let's see if that allows me to get better textures. If not, I'm just going to straight up expand this thing to an insane degree.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield has been disabled.
I see. I see. I'm going to try something. I'm going to get a little quirky here. First, we're going to shade smooth. I don't know if that makes a difference on particles, but we're doing it. Thank you for the 2 Gyarados!
Guys, don't trust Drake. He said fic once.
There's no proof of that, dude. Alright, don't you... No, there's... You don't know that for sure, bro. Alright, I'm just going to throw that out there. It sounds like you could just be making that up. Nobody has any reason to believe you. Alright, let's see what we got here with a wrapped UV. This is either going to make it look way too solid and ugly, or add some nice detail to it. What? It caused the transparency to go down, like, massively! Okay, okay. This is fine, guys. It's fine. I'm going to pause time right at the top so we can see it. Time frozen. What are we looking at here? We're seeing seemingly a texture that is incredibly faded. Let's do a 4x increase to begin on the texture resolution so we can take a little bit of a better look here, see what's happening. Because it doesn't seem to be offensively bad. Wait, why is it kind of dope? What's happening here? Thank you for the 2 Gyarados!
He once told Bob the Builder, no we can't.
Okay, bro. That was one time, man. I have this set to wrap, which means it should infinitely wrap around in all directions. The alpha map... Wait. The alpha map's working. Scale 16. Wait, what the fuck is happening? Is it... Because the alpha map isn't set to wrap. This is gonna look weird now. It's gonna have like lines cut through it. Okay. maybe, can I do that?
Alert.
Is that gonna let me do that? All I'm saying is if I can do this kind of stuff with particles, it's actually gonna be kind of nuts. No!
Alert. Red team's Spire shield has been disabled.
Alright, well, let's just go through here, see how it looks.
Alert.
Admittedly, the tiling is much nicer with this current version of the texture, but just due to the beam itself not being able to, like, correctly wrap. Let's do this real quick, too. A nicer tiling. Hopefully it looks a little good. A little bit better. Oh, look at that! Alright, that's nice. You can see some texture detail on it that actually tiles, like, appropriately. Not bad. Not bad. I don't think there's any way I can animate this particle directly, though, which is such a shame. Such a shame. And, as far as visuals go here... Oh my god, wait a minute. Big brain, big brain, big brain! Take it all back. I'm taking it all back. We're so back. I figured it out. I figured it all out. Guys, my brain just became so large. So goddamn large. I need bitmaps. Where are they? Tags, contrails, bitmaps. Wait, gradients? Wraith border contrail, blah, 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 blah. Don't care, don't care, don't care. What are you? Do you have a nice alpha map? Oh, fuck off. Just give me a bitmap. I don't care. Basic trail. Actually, wait, no. I have default bitmaps for this. Tags. Rasterizer? Shaders. FX. Bitmaps. Where are my default bitmaps? I've lost track. What became orange? My brain, bro. Hello? Under shaders. Is it? I swear it's not. Oh, you're so right. You're so right. You have mogged me. It's under defaults, bitmaps, bitmaps. So I want a... I'm so sure there's a gradient here. Where is it? Clouds, yes. Color black. Color... Is it dither pattern? No, that's actually just a proper dithering pattern. Am I just wrong? Okay, I guess I'm just gonna make a gradient really quickly in Photoshop. Is gradients in the FX particles folder? What? Really? Tags, FX, particles, gradients. Oh, I guess they're technically are these, yeah. Do I have a generic gradient? Because these are like... These are like the weird ones. Oh, wait. No, I don't think this is... yeah, they're horizontal. Or they're vertical rather than horizontal, which is fine. I'll just make one really quickly. Alright, basically, it's going to be the most standard, easy thing of all time. We're going to do a linear. We're going to swap it to a basic white to black. Though, I'm going to invert it. So the bottom of the texture is going to be all white, obviously. The top of the texture is going to be all black. And actually, it's not even going to be all black at the top. We're going to move it up so that there is no all black on here. And you might be like, Mr. Rejected, you're scaring me. What the fuck is going on? It's okay. Calm down. Calm down. You're okay. I'll hold your hand. It's all right. The reason I'm doing this is because with this power of mine, with this gradient of sorts, I'm going to be able to pull the dome downwards, not by animating anything at all. But by hijacking the lovely, ever so lovely, black point parameter of the particle. Hello? 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 Oh, it's my data folder. Okay, now we have this in here. Jesus, that compression is awful. Also, I totally forgot to put that on the alpha map. Sick. Alright, now, if we go back in the game, this has re-imported. Now it has an alpha channel. Holy fuck, I guess it doesn't matter. As long as the alpha channel isn't compressed horrifically, I'm fine. The actual color of it doesn't matter. So we have that. We're going to watch the particle really quickly, standard. What it should look like now is it'll be kind of like dim at the top, and then as it gets closer to the ground, it'll be brighter. But the hope is not substantially
Red Team
so.
Spire shield has been disabled.
Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is in here. Right now the particle alpha is not super bright. What we're going to do is we're going to start this here. Particle age, 0 to 1 for this particle. We're going to completely try swiping this thing downwards.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield is now offline.
Okay, good start. However, it'll look a lot better with a more hard edge to it, in my opinion. What up, Fire? Welcome, welcome. I see him spawning multiple capital ships and using a beam on it. Oh, we could. We definitely could. So we have the Spire Dome gradient, which is hopefully overriding the base map here, for the most part. Thank you for the 5, Killer T-Cell. Good to see your name around here. We've been
I
good.
didn't get a chance to say this last stream, but for the voice lines, you can make them sound as lifeless and dead inside as the Marines from Reach.
You can make them sound as lifeless and dead. I don't remember what the Reach Marine voice... I guess they're not, like, super jolly and laughing like they are in the original trilogy.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield has been disabled.
Okay, I think perhaps for my particle... Wait, which voice lines? Because the only ones we have voice line-wise in the mod right now is Auntie Dot reading out things in-game. Covenant is on Reach. Oh, yeah, I guess I get where you're going with that. Diffuse plus billboard alpha. Add source times source alpha. Okay, I'm gonna start switching these up until I can get black point rendering on this, because this is entirely dependent on black point going from 0 to 1 over the particle's age, which, for the record, is 2 seconds.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield is now offline.
Let's try that again. Just gonna run it on an additive type. I don't know if we can alpha blend an additive particle, but I'll give it a try.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield has been disabled.
We sure can't. I'm just gonna give it a regular old alpha blend, which almost certainly will allow me to run a black point, which will cause the whole thing to swipe downwards.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield is now offline.
Bro, what the fuck, man? Particle alpha 1. I'm just going to keep alpha 1, so the only thing that should be affecting this is black point. So if we see any subtraction in color and intensity, it's black point. This is going to make the dome drop in look so much better.
Alert.
Okay,
Red
black
Team
point did not
Spire
trigger
shield has
at
been
all.
disabled.
Additive, alpha blend, maximum, multiply, add. What would be causing it? Could be diffuse plus billboard alpha. Palletize plus billboard alpha. Diffuse plus sprite alpha. You know what? I know a particle that already uses black point. We just had it, and that is for the snow impact. Not snow impact. Well, I guess that one probably has it, but I can guarantee it. The Spire fall impact. If I could copy the general settings. Did you know that Red Team Spire was disabled? No. What the fuck? Was it actually? That's incredible. How did you find out about that? Okay, this one has diffuse plus billboard alpha. Okay, we're gonna give this a try. Spire fall impact, we don't need it. So this one does have it working black point. Diffuse plus billboard alpha. So we already had that. Add source times source alpha also is what we had before. Lighting doesn't need any lighting. Wait, depth fade on. Oh, black point. Literally right here. God damn it, man. Okay, I just had black point off. That's on me. I didn't know there was a setting specifically for it. I don't use black point enough. Let's see.
Alert. Red
Oh,
Team Spire shield is now
baby!
offline.
That's clean.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield has been disabled.
That's nice. We just need to make it happen a little faster so it's synchronized with the other particle that moves alongside it.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield is now
Close.
offline.
Let's move it just a little bit faster. Listen, I can remove the voice line if you want, okay? I know. She's said it like 100,000 times now. Let's check the timing on this. It's still... Okay, now it's actually... Still needed to go just a little bit faster, maybe. Well,
Alert.
it's pretty
Red
synced
Team's-
up. Adam, thank you for the 2.
Real delayed response, but you can look at just the 2 I put in stream chat, and view the rest later. Speaking of, something I noticed when making those scripts was the MG from H2 and the MG from H3, when fully spun up, have the exact same rate of fire.
Oh, that's kind of cool. It wouldn't surprise me if they just kind of copied over the weapon, but like changed its visuals, turned it into a third-person thing with new animations. That's really nice, though. They're functionally the same like weapon in the sandbox, just they cut it from Halo 2, and I guess when they put it in Halo 3, they switched it into like the, you know, detachable one. That's kind of cool to know that they probably just kind of carried that over as a piece of cut content and changed it up. Specialized rendering none, blah blah blah, don't care. Swipe dome, intensity 128 to 16. Congratulations, you are now even brighter of a swipe. Please glow and bloom to your heart's content.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield is now offline.
Why does this even go down in intensity at any point? Listen, guys, you want me to mute the game so we don't have to hear the voice line again? I'll do it.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield has been disabled.
Wait a minute. Did Red Team Spire Shield just get disabled? Dude. The scale is ever so slightly too small during the peak of... Do I dare? Oh! What have I done? Maybe that'll help it out. Incoming alert. I think Red Team Spire Shield's about to be disabled. What the fuck?
Alert.
I don't think that was supposed to happen. At all. What? Then that... What? You can't know that. I got a feeling, man. Thank you for the 5 killer.
YouTube reaction thumbnail. The Red Team Spire shield
Disabled? Yeah, true. Okay, well
Alert.
that's
Red
got to
Team
be a
Spire
bug
shield
because
is now
realistically,
offline.
that is not what that was supposed to look like at all. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to use regular type spline for this, otherwise this is not gonna work at all. You know, adding all the parts from Halo Combat Evolved into this Halo mod? We have some stuff. I have the fuel rod cannon from Halo Combat Evolved.
Alert. Red Team Spire
So
shield
it's a
has been
little too
disabled.
wide, so I'm gonna pull that in, rotate that, pull that in, rotate that, reduce that. This is a very subtle adjustment I'm making. I don't want this swipe to go on top of the dome at all. I want it to be as close to the actual shape of the dome as I can. So I'm changing the scale over time. Okay, the first part was
Red Team
perfect.
Spire shield is now offline.
The second part was a little too big. I think we got it this time. Also, after this, you guys know how it's emitting that giant puff of, like, blue smoke or whatever when the shield goes down? I'm switching that. I'm completely changing that.
Alert.
Okay,
Red
it's a
Team
little
Spire shield has been
too
disabled.
large still. Move it inwards a little bit. Kind of like that, perhaps. Very, very subtle adjustments. Do you think about... Wait, can you think about adding parts from the capital ship from Halo Combat Evolved? The capital ship? Are you talking about the Pillar of Autumn? Oh, I think that's it. We got him.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield.
We got him. Because Pillar of Autumn only has the Truth and Reconciliation. That's a cruiser.
Alert.
Oh, dude.
Red Team Spire shield has
The
been disabled.
synchronizing, man. The synchronizing is so good.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield is now offline.
Seeing it go down like that.
Some good shit. Some good shit.
Alright, what are the particle lifespan? 1.5 seconds for the swipe dome, and for the dome destroyed, it's got 2 seconds. Those two are going to be relative to each other, so one's going to need 25% off the other one. So, if I double that, how's that going to look? Covenant ship from combat evolved. I mean, we could add that in theoretically. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield has been disabled.
Oh! Why did that make it smaller? Wait, what the fuck? You know what? Let's just keep it as it was. That was so wacky and out there. Changing how long it was alive for somehow affected its scale. I'm good. We'll just keep it how it was. Everything was fine before. The fog could be the color red. Nah, the color red just comes from the energy shield going down. I'm thinking I'm just going to remove the fog conceptually and replace it with maybe like a dome of like dust maybe, or like snow.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield is now offline.
Okay, I'm going to watch this from the distance. Oops. So, and from a distance, the shield goes down.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield has been disabled.
The weird fucking blue fog comes blasting out. What if this might sound kind of weird. What if I had like a sphere of like foggy snow kind of like pull inwards, almost like a vacuum is opening. Like a vacuum seal has been closed, like snow just kind of like pulls inwards. That could be kind of cool. Because, you know, there was like this big disconnect. But I mean, theoretically, the air on the inside and outside are shared. But like just for cool factor, it might be kind of sick if it just kind of like sucked in a bunch of like snowy snow blow into it. Why not, right? Let's see if it's any good. So we have the dome, shockwave nuke, slip space, shockwave. Disabled for debugging, ground smoke, long, disabled for debugging. Did I ever fix these? Because then we also have wispy smoke sparks, which is the blue part that I don't like. Apparently I have some old particles in here that I low-key don't even remember making, so I kind of just want to see what these look like before we actually add in my idea.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield is now
Love the way
offline.
that nothing happened. W. Right. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and add in these beautiful snowy type particles now from the effect that we were working on earlier with the fall impact. I'm thinking I could kind of just like pull some snow in. I don't know if using that same ground smoke long is going to be the winning maneuver here, but give it a try. Add in with a duration bounds of like 3 seconds perhaps, these particle systems here. This will be vacuum. How do you spell a vacuum? Is it 2 U's and 2 C? No, it's 1 C, 1 U. You know what? I'm not going to misspell vacuum. I'm going to call it suck. Much better. Now we're using the debris thingy thing here. I'm going to disable this one temporarily, and oh, big brain! My brain expand so good. Since these are going to be world particles, I don't have to worry about the localized particles. Guys, I'm cooking. I'm telling you right now, I'm cooking. Check this out, check this out. Okay, so right now, this is a disc shape, which is perfect. This is exactly what I want. For Or maybe I want the halo, actually. Halo's like an inverted disc, right? Let me try it out. Let me try it out. I have a way that the shape of the dome as the spire goes down can let snow in progressively.
Alert. Red Team's Spire shield has been disabled.
Dude, I'm so confused. Where even is the debris marker? Or is it just like really far underground? Well, let me like throw this up to 50 world units on the X, because that might need to be a thing. I have no fucking clue where this is coming from. Dude, I still haven't gotten to the capital ship, man.
Alert. Red Team's Spire shield is now offline.
Where the fuck is debris? Markers, are you in here? No. Spire Dome. This is spawning on the Spire Dome. Okay, save that. Opening the Spire Dome. Spire Dome particle. No. Spire Dome 2. Debris. Debris. Literally just at the top area of the Spire. It's right there. Why are you not rendering? LOD always won. Spawns from debris particle. Smoke ground long. Blah, 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 blah. Can you not just report that TikTok as... No, the guy who has a fake TikTok of me and is stealing my content and shoving my TikTok down, he is impersonating me, but TikTok
Alert.
doesn't give a fuck
Red
unless
Team's
you're an
Spire
actual
shield has been
celebrity.
disabled.
You actually can't report impersonation unless you're an actual celebrity. It's brutal. Honestly, it's bullshit. I keep reporting them. I appreciate it.
Alert. Red Team's Spire shield is now offline.
Brother man, what is happening here? Emission... Oh, because there's a particle correlation. It should be particle random, bro. Oh, that means I actually got to go back on the fall impact and fix that now that I think about it. Oh, because that's dust. Wispy push. Oh my god, this no wonder it's not working. Okay, we should have the actual particles I'm after this time.
Alert.
You used to watch it in the Minecraft videos?
Red
Thanks,
Team's
dude.
Spire
That's
shield
sick.
has been disabled.
I miss the haunting sometimes. I had a sad realization the other day about the haunting, actually, which is that the majority of the reason that the haunting stopped basically fell on me being unable to record a lot of the time because I felt like this mental difficulty where I was physically unable to, and I didn't find out until like 2 years ago, I would say, that I just actually have severe ADHD, and my parents never took me in to do anything about it, and that ADHD completely ruined the haunting. I was unable to record. I had like mental barriers that were like physically impossible to break, and I was like, damn, the haunting could have continued on for way longer if I got medicated for my ADHD when I was a teenager, rather than having to find out as an adult. Damn. Oh, wait, this is disabled. Why is this disabled? Spire fall impact. Ground smoke long. Spire lower. Why do I have two of these? Wispy push and dust. Did I just... Oh, I guess I kind of merged the two of them together. No, because Spire fall. Oh, you know, it's in the main Spire destroyed effect. That's why. God damn it, man. So close, yet so far. I got it this time, guys, I swear. Give that boy legal amphetamines. Those things are rather effective. Alright. Are you under smoke? Yes. Okay, I got it. Sorry, I got mixed up just because there's so many of these fucking effects, man. Ugh, they're all over the place. Alright, so this one's supposed to be on debris. For shield down. I don't need to affect any of this. Well, actually, I do, but... Let's do particle age. Or no, system age. Starting interpolant, I'm going to put it roughly up at... I'm going to do 15. And ending interpolant, minus 45. Experiment run. Let's do it. We should see this kind of emit downwards over time.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield is now offline.
Alright, that was not it, but I'll be right back. I'm going to pee. My bladder's going to blow up. Give me 1 minute. Gotta say, you guys made the best story in Minecraft. I'm glad you liked it. To be fair, Grayson deserves most of the credit. He was our story guy. He was waiting to Game of Thrones before any of that stuff. He is. World building a story was all him. He did an excellent job. Alright, I'll be back.
Cat, 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 cat. Motorized wheelchair emoji, 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 motorized wheelchair emoji. Is this joke old yet? Motorized wheelchair emoji, 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 motorized wheelchair emoji.
Alright guys, sorry for the delay. We're back. We're so back. Okay. Honestly, this Spire is looking fantastic. I'm really enjoying the way that the Spire kind of like goes downwards right now. It's super cool. If I had my way, I would have a really cool bright edge to it. Still no huge grass video. I mean, I did do one for the initial release. I'm focusing right now on the Ultimate Forge video. I'm trying to get that out by the end of the month. I'm going to be like no-lifing it. I have a really good script already written for it. Yeah, the fade is... I guess for the most part, the fade is fine. I don't know if it needs to be maybe higher resolution in order to have the black point be a little more strict. But overall, seeing the dome actually go down along with the little edge line that I put to it is nice. We're not getting a huge grass video. No, I'm doing long form content now. My goal is at least one long form video a month from now on. That is my goal. I was working on it for the past week to just kind of schedule things out for myself and make things work a little bit better. So long form content is coming now. Finally, it's been a little bit of a long time coming. All right, let me check here really quickly. So we have dome destroyed. Is there anything I can do on black point here? I don't think there's anything I can really adjust on black point, as far as I can tell. I think because I'm using it on like a fade, the black point itself seems to have a little bit of a fade to it. Could I make it any more solid as far as the edges go? I don't think I can. You know what? I'm going to try one thing really quickly. This is going to be kind of random. I don't know if this will actually work. But here in Photoshop with my gradients, because I can edit the gradients, I'm going to do a larger... this is going to be stupid. I'm going to do a 2K image for this fade. Make it huge, like absolutely huge. Did the gradient expand with it? Oh, it did. That's really nice. My thought on this is perhaps if I use this giant fade at a higher resolution, the actual fade in here might have a sharper edge to it, which right now it has a faded edge, which doesn't look bad, but I do think it might look a little better. We'll see. No, it looks like it has about the same edge to it. Let me pause really quickly. I might actually have an idea for this. Game speed 0. So I think the transparency and fade may be coming from the initial texture that it's pulling from.
Alert. Red Team Spire Shield is now offline.
Actually, it might be slightly improved. Let me pull this back a little bit so the alpha black point... Wait, do I need it to speed up? Actually, I think I need it to speed up. Oh yeah, so that would be here. Faster. Sooner. Let's try one more time. He adds too much grass to huge grass to compensate for his lack of hair, bro. Hello? Okay, so it goes down.
Alert.
Oh, I see why, because it's actually not a linear drop. I'm doing a linear drop. What I need is probably around here to space it out. I don't know if I even need to do a full-on curve for it. I might just be able to get away with some linear stuff. Let's try one more time. The timing on this is going to be rather precise, but it shouldn't take longer than like a minute. So it goes down relatively well. Very close.
Alert.
Very, very close. I'm going to pull it out a bit more here. Let's give it another go. I think we've just about got it. So it goes down, mostly in sync.
Alert.
That's nice, actually. I'm going to pull this one back in its general direction a little more. We'll try one last time, and I think this should be good. So we get a bright flash. This starts to come down in sync with a little fade lagging slightly behind it. The fade kind of accelerates in front of it.
Alert.
Okay, let's play it one time in real time, because that actually looked pretty fucking sick. I think I synchronized both the wipe band along with the fade of the dome itself. Much better than it was at before.
Alert.
Oh yeah, that's clean, dude. That's clean. I like that a lot. Okay, okay. Alright, now we can not worry about that. That clearly works great. It's on debris, local, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to do this now. So we have flash, dome, with a quick duration bound. Nothing crazy going on there. Then for the particles that I want to spawn in next, we have this ground smoke long. They're all playing in world space. Low-key, the problem and the key to this might be setting it to be in local space now. Change stream title at this point. I know, dude. I was genuinely thinking we would get the capital ship done today. The problem is my annoying-ass perfectionism is causing this dome part to take way longer. Admittedly, having the dome and everything looking as good as it is right now is worth it. It's kind of challenging to work within Halo systems to make something like this in a speedy amount of time. I do think it's worth it, though. I do think it's worth it. Alright, anyway. We have a translational offset based on system age. I'm going to turn this off really quickly. And I just need to make sure that this is actually appearing correctly. So I'm going to spawn like a really crazy amount of these particles. And I'm going to set their scale to also be 10x, because so far I haven't been able to verify that these are actually working. Clean the stream because of the title. I click because of the streamer. We are not the same. You know what? That's so based and so real. Yeah, tomorrow's stream will probably also be the capital ship thing. Oh, dude. Me not ever being satisfied with perfectionism is so brutal. Okay, we're going to freeze time. That's so cool that it does that now. I love it. Alright, so this is all well and good. The real trouble here is that these snowy particles that I'm desperately trying to spawn in right now are just straight up... Oh. I know why. The dome doesn't exist anymore. The dome doesn't exist anymore. It's dead. It's gone. So once the dome disappears, only the initial particles that I spawn in will appear. So what we need to do is check out the scripts really quickly where the dome is. So when the Spire dome goes down, we... Device group gets Spire dome switch, button activated, we wake Spire dome red. Okay, so right here. Plays the alarm. I do need to swap this out later. Not worried about it. We damage the dome. We destroy Spire light red. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that. We sleep for 45 ticks, which is about 1 second. I am going to null that temporarily so that the Spire does not blow up and disappear instantly. And then we will wake this again. We should now see the particles up spawn in. The problem was the dome was disappearing instantly and just dying.
Alert.
Okay, the fact that they didn't spawn in tells me everything I need to know, which is that the dome itself, the object, when I set the dome to die, it's, instead of just dying and becoming basically invisible, it's completely deleting itself. The damage states have it set to destroys object. So here, when the dome dies, yeah, we have destroys object. I'm going to switch this to kills object instead. And while I'm here, we're going to fix that bug that keeps on happening in the game, where the dome can occasionally, relatively rarely, turn red when it takes damage. So that material is Cove Shield Dome. Okay, Cove Shield Dome. This is a tiny, tiny detail that realistically doesn't matter that much. But it matters to me. At the beginning, when I very first designed the Spire Dome, I designed it in such a way that you could shoot the dome, it would turn red, and then that would allow you to break it down. But I am not interested in that anymore. That's not how the system works, at least on this map. So that's Dome Inner 1. And then that same effect is also on the outer part of the dome here. So we're just going to make it always blue. We're not going to try to ever calculate its health and turn it red over time. Before we start poking at you with pitchforks, what kind of pizza do I want? Do I get to choose? I'm with that. Let me choose. Alright, so Shield Vitality, we're always going to have that one at 22. So that's looking pretty good. So Dome Outer 1, Dome Inner 1. The only other parts to it is the ribs, which are the big glowy bits on top, the ones that pulse and look cool. We're just going to quickly make it so they also don't turn red. I'm going to keep these in here. One of the reasons I'm not just fully erasing the red thing is that I might in the future reuse it, and so it would be kind of nice to just have it. Oh, wait, I actually did that one? Yeah, that's on Shield Vitality, okay. This one is Overlay Intensity I never even animated. That's important because it pulses and changes color throughout the pulse. Lastly, is just a little dome cap. This is the top middle section of the dome that is overlaid on the top and has that kind of cool shape where it kind of hugs the 4 little prongs poking out. So this one is the last one that we need to edit. We keep its Shield Vitality totally just set normally. Bring it to just be permanently blue. Bring its intensities to be consistent. I think that's it. Did that actually make it brighter? I think I accidentally brightened up the dome. I don't know if I like that. The dome just feels like substantially brighter. Yeah, as cool as that looks, I think I'm going to switch it back to its slightly lower brightness. I guess when it comes to color, the graph is inverted, but all the intensities that I changed, more than likely... Self-Illum intensity of 9. This is on inner. So I set it to the top. Overlay intensity. No, wait, I set it to the lower 2 of the values. Hello? Okay, we'll just ignore inner because I think that one was kind of weird and inverted anyway. As far as this intensity, that one should probably be up here at 5. And that's of the lower 2 intensities. And what does that look like? Boom. Okay. That feels like we're back to the correct values. That's what the Spire has traditionally looked like here. Cool. I assume the flood smells like bad decay. What if they smelled really good, though? Would that be kind of weird? They smelled like strawberries or something? Maybe that would be more horrifying. Something smells really good. It smells like some top shelf perfume in here. It's the flood. Okay, so now the dome will no longer disappear. Well, presumably it won't.
Alert. Red Team Spire Shield is now offline.
We did it! The particles now appear. Let's go! Obviously they looked completely terrible, and that was not what I intended for it to look like, but we're cooking now. So I believe, yeah, I set the emission radius laughably high. The rate of emission is fine. Probably should do something more like this. And then velocity will keep default, and then we can just scale this back down to its default. Okay, not bad, not bad. Now we're just going to keep our eyes open for falling snow particles. Okay!
Alert. Red team Spire shield
So
has
those
been
are the
disabled.
ones that we were actually looking for right there. Not bad. I think we may have accidentally left these old particles on. Yeah. When I was testing these earlier, I turned them on. Now we know what they look like. Now, we're going to go back to here. So these particles are really sick. I like them a lot. But their rotation values are definitely incorrect. We need to probably reset these back to 0. Either 0 or 180. I'm not sure which one yet.
Alert. Red team Spire shield is now offline.
Alright, excellent. So we get to see that snow kind of fall down as it goes, which is pretty cool. So, essentially now, I guess I'll set this like 5 to 25 for the time being. And what I want to do is basically take the emission of the particles, make it really small, and just wrap along the edges of the dome as it falls down. Because if I wrap it along the edges of the dome as it falls down, it should kind of look like there was snow sitting atop it, or like a vacuum is kind of open and all the snow kind of like pulls inwards. Which I think would be a pretty nice effect overall. Probably would look even better if I slowed down the dome's like whole thing. Which I might do, but that's a lot of retiming and stuff I don't really want to do at the moment. So I just want to make it look good as is. Just like that scene from the movie. Yes, yes. This is all a dream. This is a good dream. This effect is sick. If I was dreaming all this right now, the first thing I would do when I wake up is go make this real, because this is fucking cool and I'm loving it. Okay, here's what we'll do then. Right now, this is a 3-second animation. The shape that I want is not actually a tube. I want this to be a disc. And as for the radius, we're going to 5 to 25. Because of how the dome kind of works, I'm going to give it a shape like that, roughly. And because it's a 3-second time, well, I could probably just bring it back down to 2, which is the duration that the dome is actually alive for, which then I can do that. Emission angle does seem to be correct. And because we're doing it as a ring type emitter, it should only come from the edges of a circle rather than spawning from everywhere in between. Let's give it a look.
Alert. Red team Spire shield has been disabled.
Well, it looked kind of cool, but the overall effect of it was poor. Let's do disc. Reference axis Z is fine. I think the starting interpolant may be what's going on here. I'm going to do 50 and 50 and see where they spawn in. So I basically just want to make it, I need to make sure which axis is up and down. So we're doing positive 50 on the y-axis here, which
Alert.
spawns
Red
it
team
over
Spire
there.
shield is now offline.
Alright, so we'll grab this. We'll try it on Z. I don't think it was X. I'm pretty sure for this particular particle, the Z-axis is up. Yeah, there we go.
Alert.
Okay, so now they're
Red
spawning
team
from up
Spire
there.
shield has been disabled.
And I think they're spawning upside down. So I'm going to set the Euler angles for their emission to 180 degrees. And that should have them emitting with a localized downward force. There we go.
Alert.
Oh, no.
Red team Spire shield is now offline.
That does not seem to have done the trick. Maybe it's because I'm also pitching at 180. Let me just affect one axis instead and see if we can get that going.
Alert. Red
No, that's not it either. Perhaps I'll do 90 on the yaw, because it's actually kind of challenging to see particularly which direction it's coming from. I just see a rotation, which lets me know they're not emitting at the correct angle.
Red team's Spire shield is now
Okay, I
off.
think it... Does it need negative 90 after all? It might need to go negative 90, because that kind of looked like it was doing a 180-degree spin there, whereas before it was kind of this more subtle 90-degree spin. So emission radius expands over time, which is good, and we're on that. Disk emission, and then... I swear to God there was something I was just about to do, and I totally lost track of it. Well, let's just keep looking until I get this right. Oh, I know what it was. I need to switch it to world space. Right now it's on local space.
Alert. Red team's Spire shield has been disabled.
Brother man! Why? Oh, perhaps it's because a disc always goes outwards? That might be why. I'm doing minus 90 on the pitch. And then I'm going to set these also to be in world space again, which is definitely the better move here. Yo, Oyster! Thank you for 18 months! That's very much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Said, wart, wart, wart. So my silly Halo money, man. I'm back from vacations. Rest assured your walls are now lived in again. Fuck! Also, wash your hands. You can't make me. I'll wash my hands if I feel like it.
Alert. Red team's Spire shield is now offline.
What? Why did it... Oh, that makes sense, actually. Rotation is correct now, but that actually ends up switching the axes, because once you switch it to world space, it's going to affect the entire rotation calculation differently. Interesting. I won't be able to remember that and effectively use it, because that's just too many layers deep, but...
Alert. Red team's Spire shield has been disabled.
Perfect. Good to see you, though, Oyster. Thank you so much. 18 months is forever. Good God. I hope your vacation was nice.
Alert.
It's
Red
beautiful.
Team's Spire shield is now offline.
It's beautiful. All right, this is very cool. So this system, particle system, we're going to do something a little fun here. Our emission radius is based upon the system age, which should just be this individual system. It goes from 5 to 25 over the duration of the system age, which should be about 2 seconds. I'm going to set it to 5 to 50, which should give me a pretty good idea of the radius of this whole thing. I believe the radius of this dome is about 150, so this should not expand it super far. Here we go, boom.
Alert. Red
We
team's
see it
Spire
expand
shield
out
has
pretty
been
heavily.
disabled.
Not bad, not bad. Let's go ahead and do 150 radius and have the particle emission. Honestly, I do think the particle emission rate should probably go up along with that. Let's just have that to 5 and go there. Make it a nice proper curve without having to do any half measures. I'm assuming you've seen this stuff about Campaign of All. What do you think about it so far? It looks great. I have nitpicks just like everybody else, but those nitpicks aren't causing me to go, they failed, I hate this game. I just go, oh, I wish they used a different design, but overall the whole game looks excellent and I'm excited to play it.
Alert. Red team's Spire shield is now offline.
Not bad. Okay, is there a... Oh, you know what? The last thing I need to do to make sure this works excellently, I'm going to switch from Disc to Halo. Because I believe... I thought Disc was the shape that was only going to make it emit from the edges, but I believe it might actually be the Halo shape, so we should see it progressively emit outwards.
Alert. Red team's Spire shield has been disabled.
We're getting there. That said, these are definitely emitting upside down now. Can I try setting it to Wumbo? I should give that a try.
Alert. Red
Okay,
team's
now they're
Spire
emitting
shield
from
is
the
now
correct
offline.
angle, which is good. One thing I'm absolutely realizing from this, however, is that the emission rate is superbly low and should probably be spammed really far upwards. So we're gonna overdo the amount of particles just so we can see exactly where they're appearing from.
Alert. Red team's Spire shield has been disabled.
I see. I see. Maybe I need to do it as a disc after all. System age expands it. I was hoping it would only come from the edges, though. Tube. No, maybe it is tube. Well, let's give it another test. Am I gonna play GTA 6? Fuck yeah, I'm gonna play GTA 6. It might be kind of hard because I don't have a console anymore.
Shield is now offline.
I low-key can't really tell if that was what I wanted to happen. Let me watch it from above. If I watch it from above and I see anything spawn in, that'll probably be the sign I need to see that this is the correct emission shape. Okay, so it goes down. Particles spawn in.
Red team Spire shield has been disabled.
I'm gonna be so real, I can't fucking tell absolutely at all. Instead... Oh, best way to tell, actually. I'm gonna reduce their lifespan. 5 to 10 seconds, excessive. 2 to 4 seconds, probably perfect. And then we're gonna start having this move alongside the collapsing Spire shield on the edges, and I think it should look really good.
Alert. Red team Spire
That is
shield
it.
is now offline.
That is it. Okay, now we need to move this thing and time it correctly. So particle scale I think is good. So for particle alpha, I need these particles appearing almost instantly. Alright, so with that, I'm going to do one more test so that we can see if these particles are going to instantaneously appear along with the dome going down. Otherwise it might cause some trouble here.
Alert. Red team Spire shield.
You guys see the vision, right? Please tell me you see the vision here. This is going to look so cool. Alright, so obviously we're starting these particles way too high up. 50 units up is too much. I'm going to try like 15. And then what I essentially want to happen is by the end of this particle system, I want to bring it down like minus... I'm going to say minus 50, perhaps. That might be excessive, but that should allow the snow to propagate downwards at a fixed and even rate.
Alert. Red team Spire shield is now offline.
Okay. So maybe like up a bit more. We see the vision. Okay, okay.
Alert.
Oh, my curve is inverted for radius. My mission radius. It's creating like a cone shape rather than a dome. I love a new voiceover. You're not going to love it when you hear it for the 100th time, but I'm glad. Okay, so it's starting out too tall.
Alert. Red team Spire shield is now offline.
Yes, lovely. Yeah, definitely it's too high. I'm going to drop it down to 20. I really love how the new shield going down looks. I want to see if maybe I can add some extra texturing to the dome so it doesn't look quite as solid. Okay, it's starting excellently. The snow coming in. Ooh, we're starting to get it.
Alert. Red team Spire shield has
Ooh,
been
that wasn't
disabled.
half bad. That actually was not half bad. Perhaps if I reduce the radius. I can't tell if it was going out because it was moving downwards too slow, or if the radius was just a little too high. Do I still have my voice in that? No, no. Thankfully, I removed that. I have not been the biggest fan of my own voice in the map.
Alert. Red team Spire shield is now
Okay, I'm
offline.
convinced it just needs to be tuned a little more. I did kind of spitball 150 meters because I remember vaguely using that number when working with the Spire, but perhaps reducing the scale a little will help.
Alert. Red team
Ooh, we're
Spire
getting
shield
somewhere
has
with
been
it.
disabled.
We are getting somewhere with it. Dun, 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 dun. It's not bad. Try a bit of a voice filter and put yours back in the map. I'll pass. Alright, I want to see what this looks like from inside here and see if there's anything I could do to improve it further. Because I don't love it yet, but the foundation is there. I'm going to increase the emission rate substantially. In fact, I'm just going to straight up double it. Wait, what? 100 to 300. Can we keep it for old nostalgia? No, my voice lines were not good. I am no professional voice actor.
Alert. Red team Spire shield.
Is it perhaps slightly delayed too much? And perhaps it's the particle rotation. Something about this is throwing me off, and I feel like it could be definitely improved. I just need to sit down and watch it a couple times to analyze it. Let's do slow-mo.
Alert. Red team Spire.
Yeah, I think the red team Spire shield might. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I really don't want to do even more, but like low-key, low-genuinely, I think this isn't going to look good unless the snow is at an excessive amount. Actually, it's not too bad. Well, I guess per second, right?
Alert. Red team Spire shield has been disabled.
Maybe if I increase their gravity a bit more so you feel them falling inwards, that might be the move. I think the gravity's just a bit too low. They're clearly moving. You can tell by the rotation of the snow particles. It's the speed and spin. It could have a swirl from the shield unwrapping itself. That's not a bad idea.
Alert. Red team Spire shield.
It just feels like they're kind of floating in the air rather than collapsing inwards. I think whatever weird values were going on with gravity are now not applying, which means I can just apply normal gravity values again to have it move downwards. Let's see.
Alert. Red team Spire shield has been disabled.
Why did that not work? Maybe too much air friction, causing the gravity to kind of get negated.
Alert. Red team Spire shield is now offline.
That was weird, but kind of cool. Let's give it a go again. Will I add snow on the edge of the shield as the map goes on along the snow? Adds more? Probably it's possible, but it would be a little weird.
Alert. Red team Spire shield has been disabled.
Video game, give me intense gravity. I want the snow fucking collapsing inwards at the speed of sound. Why does it look like it's just standing still and unmoving? I'm freaking out, man.
Alert. Red team Spire shield
Okay, yes.
is now offline.
That, but down. Yes. Why do I need so much intense gravity just to move these things? Is it because I'm getting used to the tall scale of everything?
Alert. Red team Spire shield has been disabled.
Okay, maybe I am fucking up. Genuinely, maybe this is...
Alert. Red team Spire shield is now offline.
Mitch, what the fuck? Why did it go up? Hello? Does it have an initial velocity that I'm just not accounting for?
Alert. Red team Spire shield has been disabled.
It totally does, doesn't it? Oh my god. God damn it. I'm sure the scale is nothing with the internal calculation. No, it is for sure. That's why I'm a little worried about going on foot and then seeing snow instantly plummet down with, like, relativistic velocities into my
Alert.
face.
Red team
So, okay, one fun thing about this particle, right, is that it does stretch. It stretches out during its lifetime, which gives this, like, cool impression. The issue I have with that is that it kind of stretches from within itself, so it sometimes feels like it's not actually falling. It almost looks like it's resting in place and just stretching out, which is a very odd visual.
Alert. Red team Spire shield has been disabled.
Loki want to make a duplicate with its pivot points kind of far out of its own self. The emission rate, I think, is actually pretty good. The mission angles are set up well. The radius is even, like, perfect. But if I set the gravity too high, it's just going to look weird. It's going to... I think I might have to just make a custom version of this particle that doesn't, like, stretch out as much. Otherwise, I'm going to keep having this battle between gravity and particle stretching, giving the impression of gravity. I'm going to lose it. Okay, gravity is supposed to be on the positive value. Gravity is supposed to be on the positive value. Understood. It is now. We have no more velocities interacting and confusing me. Now, the snow will fall, probably too fast, but it will fall.
Alert. Red team Spire
The fuck was that? Why did it do that?
shield has been disabled.
Why did it go up? Hello? Okay, it spawns in. Particles, oddly enough, seem to puff and go upwards upon spawning in the exact opposite
Alert.
direction I need
Red
them
team
to.
Spire shield is now off.
Then gravity kicks in, and they all begin to fall down to the ground. Alright. I see that. I get that. My question is, fucking why? Wait a minute. I'm gonna cheat. -1 initial velocity. Dude, sometimes I just want this particle system to reload and not have to refresh the entire map and hear the voice line play for the 1000th time. Slow-mo, activate.
Alert. Red team Spire shield has been disabled.
Okay. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. That said, it definitely is starting, I want to say a little too high up, so I'm going to do starting interpolant of 15 here, which I'm then going to have to adjust the emission radius on, more than likely. Not to toot my own horn, but man, am I actually so pleased with the new Spire down effect. Okay. Down she goes. Snow is at a more reasonable height. It is emitting.
Alert. Red team Spire shield is now offline.
I don't care. So I like generally how it looks toward the end of the particle. But I think what really needs to happen here is I do actually need a special version of this. So we're going to do ground smoke long, which is going to become ground smoke longer. And as far as the aspect ratio of it goes, I'm not going to let it start at a normal 1 aspect ratio. I'm going to force it to begin at 2, actually. And the effect that should have is that it's going to very quickly begin to look like the snow is already falling. It's not going to have an awkward moment where it's like this little square puff of snow. So this is going to give me a better visualization of how this needs to look.
Alert. Red team Spire.
Yeah, that's lovely. All right, so the other thing I need to do now is there's an offset on this. So center offset is negative 0.4. I'm going to change this to positive 0.4, which should allow it to start rotating based upon the top of it, because apparently it's been doing it from the bottom this entire time, which does lead to kind of like an odd look. All right, slow-mo. Instantly collapsing inwards.
Alert. Red team Spire shield is now offline.
It's a little bit strange that it goes into the ground so fast. Let's watch that one more time. Feels like gravity is now affecting it correctly, which is like it should have been doing that before. All I did was adjust the particle ever so slightly. All right, let's see. What does this look like in real time? It's too quickly. It's probably too quick.
Alert. Red team.
Yeah, that's definitely too quick. And one downside I'm seeing as well is that due to the uniform air friction velocity, they all seem to level out at the same speed, which gives them this really awkwardly linear look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch gravity back to 1, and air friction is going to become a curve based on the system age. So the air friction as it is now is about 0.5. But I'm going to switch it to like 0.2 to 0.5 over the age of the system, which should allow for more dynamic motion and should look a lot nicer.
Alert. Red team Spire shield is now offline.
Okay, and now we're going to have more variety in scale.
Alert. Red team Spire shield has been disabled.
And last but not least, to really give it a little bit more oomph, I'm going to have it so that some of the snow is not going to last all that long. Thank you for
I need to poo. Face fuchsia poop shape.
What the fuck is face fuchsia poop shape? What? Okay, thank you for the 3 and informing me. I hope you're safe, alright? Be careful out there, you know. Never know what happens. You never know what could happen when you're pooing. Three hours Halo Wars music. Yes, yes.
Alert. Red team Spire shield is now offline.
Wait a minute. Aspect ratio goes random from 3 to 4. When I could make it 2 to 4, which would add way more variety. Oh, hear me out, hear me out.
Alert. Red team Spire shield has been disabled.
Alright, I'm just gonna watch it in real time and just see what I think of it.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield is now offline.
I think I just need to make the snow less intense and I'll be happy with it. I think its alpha value is just way too high. Oh, dude, seeing the dome go down like that. Oh, it feels so much better than just fading out. Can I export bitmaps in 3? Yeah, you can export
Red
bitmaps
Team
in 3.
Spire shield has been disabled.
Something about it just feels off and I can't pinpoint what it is.
Alert. Red Team Spire...
Maybe that's fine. Maybe that's actually perfect.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield has been...
It's pretty subtle, and I think it's better subtle. I think I was making it a bit too intense. I guess I just had this vision in my mind where, like, the edges kind of are, like, peeling away and snow is, like, pouring in. What if I made the lifespan? I'm going to try something a little weird. I'm going to try making the lifespan extremely short. Right now we're at 0.5 to 5. I'm going to do 0.25 to 0.5. I think the effect is good. Yeah, I don't dislike it by any means. Don't get me wrong, but there's just something about it that's itching my brain. Still on the Spire. To be fair, this was planned for today. This was planned. I want to be so
Alert.
real. I just
Red
like
Team
straight
Spire
up couldn't
shield.
even see it right there. Alright, how about this instead? Particle size, good scale. We're gonna move the alpha way the fuck back up. God damn it. Here we go. We're gonna watch it in real time with the way less lifespan on these particles.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield has been disabled.
It was like super fast. I kind of liked it conceptually a bit more, but yeah, the aspect ratio on that was a bit much, not gonna lie. Nothing else in here, is there? No, it's fine. Just keep going, see if I can make it look good.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield is now offline.
It's kind of cool looking, but like... It's so fast. It looks like it's sped up for some reason. Like, it definitely is not supposed to look like that. In fact, I'm not entirely sure what's causing it to look like that. What happened to the pizza? Oh, I fucking ate that shit. Yeah, it's gone now, man. Let's do half a second to 1 second, so that way it'll still probably look a little speedy, but I don't think it's gonna look like overly so.
Alert.
Okay,
Red
that
Team-
actually did look a little better. Not gonna lie. It did feel like the gravity was kind of high, though. What was with that? Okay, then I'm sorry, but I am just straight up muting. I can't hear that voice line play again. It's gonna drive me insane. Alright, here we go, here we go. Props on the series? Thank you, I appreciate that. Things have been well. I'm doing new stuff, things that are fascinating to me. Game development type shit with some modding. Oh man, it's low-key like... I feel like that's it, but it's just... It just feels like it's playing a little too fast. What if I gave it up to 2 seconds. Is that going to be a mistake? Isn't this where I was before? Or no, maybe it was up to 3. If I'm going to be brave and let it go up to 2 seconds, we might get a more interesting dynamic effect. Lifespan is completely random between 0.5 and 2. Have I missed some more? Yeah, I think I might just... The problem is I really like how it just kind of like tucks onto the side of it. And holds on to like the rim and disappears fast enough that you don't see it like linger as this giant dome of snow. And the only way to do that is to have a lifespan shorter than the 2 seconds the entire dome effect lasts. At 1.5, roughly 1.5 is probably the most I can have that type of effect be noticeable. So it goes down and out. You kind of... Okay, that's actually pretty good. Just watch it in real time. It's not terrible. I have one more idea. We do that. Throw this into here. The exact same settings. And then all we do is give it a longer lifespan of 2 to 4 seconds each. Maybe like 1 to 3 seconds. But they're completely invisible at the start. Then they become visible and then fade away. Is that a good idea? That way it kind of feels like perhaps a continuation of the dome collapsing inwards, but with some different particles. Alright, slow-mo first. We gotta do the slow-mo. Okay, so we have the inward collapsing particles. There they go. As those are collapsing inwards, we should see the new particles appear. Oh, they're like the exact same color as the mountains, and they're like nearly invisible. Oops. Is it going to play that half of the effect? I don't think so. Let's just refresh. Some fascinating stuff. I'm amazed. If you're amazed by this, and let me just tell you, full-on game development would be like straight-up witchcraft to you, because this modding is... Actually, I was going to say it's like totally different, but it's actually very fucking similar, so I lied. Read my previous... Oh, what's up, David Jones? How about one final impact ring when the shield hits the floor? Like a... Ooh! That's fire. Ah! We snooze that. That is fire. Like, that just... Oh, that would be sick. Davy Jones, why are you so smart? Okay, we're gonna do... Instead of suck, now we have impact. We get rid of wispy smoke debris. And then all I'm gonna do is have a duration bound of like 1 second, delay of 2, so at the very end, maybe even like 1. Well, I'll just do 2 for now, and then it will have the offset be -50 by default with no animation to it. Emission radius will be set to 130. Emission angle Oh my god, it had a random emission angle the entire time. I'm dead, bro. We'll leave that at 0 for now. Emission rate. Put it at 200. Flat. Which lifespan duration, half a second. It'll emit those upwards. Okay, let's just give it a try, see what happens. It might be shooting them down into the ground for now, so I might have to tweak that. Okay, it goes down. We'll slow it down. We see the snow kind of flooding in. And it should hit the ground here pretty soon. Okay, yeah, they're firing straight downwards. So instead, to make them go upwards, I'm going to give them a gravity of 0. I will remove the function off of their air friction, leave it at 0.2, set the velocity to 1 so they go up rather than down. Now let's take a look at how that is. Wait, maybe it was just too low. Hold on, let's do that again. I think it might have just been too far underground. Okay, so it gets to the bottom. And they kind of just like... Oh, you know what? I think I know what it is. Initial rotation. Where was the one that said 0 to 90? Where was that? It was emission rotation. Emission angle 180. Okay, it has them firing straight down. They technically shouldn't be. Let's try that again. Oh. Where did they shoot out to the sides? Maybe they were working the whole time, actually. Hold on, I just realized I may have been misunderstanding what effect I was looking at. Okay, let's take a look here from underground. It goes da 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 da. They come down to the edge. Yeah, it actually did work. Okay, I think they were just so subtle against the snow that I just didn't notice them, but I think it is working. Let's turn the the alpha is already maxed out on them. This one is ground smoke longer. Okay, so that's good. Let me just watch again, because apparently I missed this, but it was there. It was... I'm going to be so real I could barely see it. I'm going to increase the scale. 2 to 4 second scale. We're going to switch back to the OG ground smoke that we were using before. That stretches out super far. And size. I'm going to do really big so that I cannot miss them. Alrighty, come on. Give me some cool particles. Down she goes. Boom. Okay, they are very, very large. Definitely too large. We're going to switch it back to its original scale. And I think the main issue is probably that I put the starting and turbulent at -50, which is good when you're shoving the effect under the ground to get rid of it and blend in with the terrain, but for this I want it to come roughly actually out of the ground. Not bad. But I actually don't want any velocity to it after all. And it still seems to be too far into the ground. Give it a look. Timing, a bit off. Put our delay at 1.7 seconds. Again. Dude, what in the... Here we go. I think the radius is probably way too big as well, but, you know, we'll see. They move with such force. It's because they increase in scale way too much. That's probably what's contributing the most to that visual. We had some gravity as well, yeah. Probably switch it back to the other particle, the one that I just made. That way the aspect ratio is a little less intense. Should contribute to a slower feel to the actual impact. It's already been 10 minutes? Fuck! Okay. Alright, I suspect it's too far underground again. Why does it look so much less intense than the other one? Where have I got to be? That's my trash alarm, to just take the trash out to the curb. Why is it firing in the opposite direction just by changing what particle it is? What the fuck? Was it doing that all along? Oh! Go run, take green out to the curb. No, he's in the basement where he belongs. I am scared, and also I am confused. Working with these particles sometimes really just fucks with my head so much. Okay, now the ring of particles is in fact shooting upwards at the end here. Oh my god, do they have a fucking edge fade? I wonder they're barely visible. Okay, well anyway, that's fine. We go to the edge fade, depth fade, blah blah blah. 5, we're gonna lower this down to... lower another 5 units. I think we're good now. I think I've actually tweaked it out. Calm down. Davey, calm down. You're scaring the hose. Okay, direction-wise, everything's good. Scale-wise, it's a little bit big. Hikey, that's sick as fuck, but also something needs a little bit of love on it. I'm thinking, as far as emission angle, I'm gonna do 160 to 200. That way we get a little bit of spread to the... Calm down. All I said was spread, Davey. Calm down. A little bit of a spread in the angle. I think everything on it's pretty good. I think I just need to decrease the delay ever so slightly so that the impact seems to happen around the correct time. Also, how long is the duration of this? Alright, let's see. Honestly, a little too fast. I feel like this is one of those things where it's like a 0.1 second difference between the effect looking good or not. That's kind of sick. I almost wonder if I need a different particle for it, because it almost feels like I'm just overusing that one particle like way too much. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell that I'm using the same particle for when the dome collapses versus when it hits the ground, but... yeah. I'm gonna do something I might regret here. Center offset 0.7. One more time. So it's just outside the particle. That aspect ratio is too much, man. No, I'm gonna keep it. And then for this particle, I'm just gonna put it into the ground a little more. I think if it just clips into the ground a little bit more, I'm done. Davis with an S? What? That's like literally not how you spell David. There's 2 D's and no S. What the fuck are you talking about? You sound insane right now. I guess I'll increase the lifespan and then I'll be chilling. I feel like if I increase the lifespan on this a little bit, it'll possibly look a bit better. Other than that, I feel reasonably satisfied with this effect. I don't want to spend like way more time on it, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I had to look up your name in a book and pick Davis. You have a last name for a person. Oh, God. I mean, come on. It's fine. Alright, what do you guys think? I feel a bit more pleased now that I gave the snow plume at the bottom of the shield a little bit more time to rest. It's not bad. Evan with an eye. Ooh, that's a new one. I've not heard that before. I'm gonna turn the brightness on these up. Maybe they're just too dark and it looks weird. There we go. Oh, that's kind of sick. Alright, I'm gonna watch it from inside the barrier now. Okay, what the fuck? It looked really weird from right here. From, like, looking up, I did not like how that looked. I did not like that. How am I... That's 20 minutes? Did seriously 20 minutes just pass me just fucking around with this? That's insane. Thank you for the two, Sid.
Where is the Stargate? What? Why would I be talking about your brother? You're weird. Oh no, is that a scorpion? Oh, ow, ow, ow.
Ow, 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 ow. Fun fact, I do have a brother named Daniel. Daniel Jackson. Okay, maybe... Maybe if I made them smaller, it would look less weird. It did look marginally less weird, smaller. The last name is Jackson? I cannot confirm nor deny. I'm just not sure how I feel about it from the inside. It looks a little bit odd. It looks like too fast. Because the dome, like, spreads out so quickly. From the outside, it looks great. From underneath, it's like this instantaneous transition. I suppose it's fine. Let's give it a look here. We'll turn the audio back on so we can hear the voice lines and stuff. I'm gonna come in here with the scripts on, deactivate the Spire.
Alert. Red team Spire shield has been disabled.
Ah! That's kind of sick. Low-key banger name. I've always been told that. Not gonna lie. That's a little bit of an ego boost. All my teachers in school would be like, you're gonna be like a lawyer or something. I'm like,
Alert.
no, I'm
Red team
not.
Spire
But thanks
shield
for the
is now
boost in
offline.
confidence.
Alert. Red team Spire shield has been disabled.
Something about it just is, it's itching my brain in the wrong way, man. I don't know how to explain it. Some part of this effect just doesn't feel right.
Alert. Red team Spire shield is now offline.
How about this? How about this? How about this? At the very least, maybe the impact can feel a bit better and tie it together a bit more, because one thing I'm disliking about the impact is that it's got an emission radius rather than a starting count, of which I'll do like 600. Which is probably way too many particles, but we'll see what it looks like.
Alert. Red team Spire shield.
It was
has
too
been
many
disabled.
particles. And perhaps a little bit more variety and scale will go a long way with this. Come on. Come on! Here's my angle. 160, subtract 20, add 20. Give me more variety. I need a little more randomness in here. Don't make it so uniform and boring. I need noise. I need variety.
Alert. Red team Spire shield is now offline.
I mean, I guess, man. I fucking guess. That's fine. Do I have a brother named Michael? I do not have a brother named Michael. That would be kind of crazy, though.
Alert. Red team Spire shield has been disabled.
I feel like it looks better all coming up at once. What is the lifespan on this? 2 to 4. About like 1 to 4. That way we get like more color variety and stuff, and it looks a little better. I feel like I was gonna. Oh yeah, I think I might decrease the radius ever so slightly. What's the radius? It's 130. I'm gonna do 125. Subtle adjustment should make it more in line with the actual Spire now.
Alert. Red team Spire shield is
That did
now
feel a bit
offline.
better. That did feel a bit better. Alright, let's stand here and watch it work.
Alert. Red team Spire shield has been
I'm so... The fucking thing shot me and blinded me the moment the shield touched the ground, which is the only part of the effect I was looking for.
Alert. Red team Spire shield is now offline.
It's fine. The particles themselves aren't my favorite thing, but it's not bad. It's definitely an improvement. It's definitely good, but it's not quite what I
Alert.
want.
Red team Spire shield has been disabled.
It's looking good, man. It's my perfectionist brain does not love it. I think people will find it cool, but it doesn't. It's not at the fidelity that I want.
Alert. Red team Spire shield is now offline.
The bitmap sent him 2 weeks ago. You're probably right. I do need to hop off. I'm actually pushing my stream longer than I need to right now by quite a bit. Like 30 minutes over when I wanted to end.
Alert. Red team Spire shield
Yeah, that's
has
pretty
been
fucking
disabled.
hype, not gonna lie. This is really sick. Alright, let's destroy the entire Spire. Take the dome down with the new enhanced effects.
Alert. Red team Spire shield is
Pretty
now
sick.
offline.
And then we destroy the Spire with all those new effects. Spire destroy red. You can see the smoke plume kind of follow it down, collapse downwards like that. Ooh. Pushing everything out, flooding the entire section of the map with snow. Clean! That's so sick, dude! That leftover smoke, though, those particles, I could probably get rid of those way sooner. Their lifespan is excessively long. A little optimization there. Alright. Let's do the dome again from within here. Just watch it kind of go down.
Alert. Red team Spire shield has been
Very
disabled.
cool, very fucking cool. And now we destroy it. I'm fucking blind, bro. The particles. The fucking particles. It's so foggy. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield is now offline.
I wish I could put some edge fade on these like moving particles. I've tried so many times and it just refuses to do it. Alright. I've ignored that alarm for 30 minutes now. I think it's time for me to go. Thank you guys very much for tuning in today. I know I just ended up perfecting the Spire, essentially, but I think we can all admit it looks way better, okay? And I'm going to be live again tomorrow, and we're actually doing the Covenant capital ship glassing beam. I swear, I did not intend to do the dome for, like, 1.5 hours and perfect the rest of the destruction animation for another, like, 45 minutes.
Alert.
My bad. But look at that, dude. All the snow impacting. It actually swipes downwards now. Before, there was not a downward swipe on the dome when it turned off. It straight up would just fade away. I had the little line go down, but the rest of the dome just faded. Now the entire thing is like a cool fade like in Halo Reach. And goes down, snow and timing and impact and stuff. Like, that's fucking cool. That is fucking cool. And before I go, I'm going to fix up this script that I kind of nulled out here, which to destroy the Spire Dome, which does need to happen. It's an excessive object there. But I'm also going to have the dome get destroyed right there. And very quickly, I will do the same over here on blue team. Otherwise, we'll be having some trouble with blue team. In fact, let's take down blue team's, let's take down blue team's Spire Dome, because we haven't seen it over here.
Alert. Blue Team Spire shield has
Nice,
been
that's pretty
disabled.
sick. I think the particles ended up looking kind of funny for when I collapsed the blue team one, but that's pretty good. Oh, you know what I think it is? I think the quick moving fast particles just don't have lighting set up 100% on them. That's so sick though, it looks so good. Alright, well we're done here for the day, so I big shout out to all you guys for watching, I appreciate it. I'm gonna be live again tomorrow. Join the Discord server to, to get announcements if you're not already there. Can yap to me, especially if you're a YouTube member. It's a pretty cool place to hang out. Tomorrow we're really doing the capital ship. We're done with the dome. I feel very satisfied with this.
Alert. Red Team Spire shield.
It's gonna look really cool if you're around to see that happen in game, which we'll be doing a playtest soon as well. Spire destruction's gonna go stupid hard if you're anywhere nearby when that thing goes down. It's gonna be so cinematic. If you're like flying away in a Falcon, that's gonna feel awesome to see. I do think this has gone and grown a lot and made this entire thing just way fucking cooler. So, thank you guys again for tuning in. I appreciate you very much for being here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. And maybe we'll check out Glitchy's bitmaps tomorrow. Maybe we will. Alright, later guys. Bye-bye!